Shout outs to Justin 4K60.
All the games I was playing in an instant got shelved once that update was announced. I bought it instantly. Lol.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise this morning. I woke up a bit later just because I was up editing the Chrono Trigger video all night. So I wanted to try something a little different, you know, have the Chrono Trigger game playing in the background, do face cam. So the video took me, yesterday's video took me like 5 hours to make, like with the thumbnail and everything. So I was up after my stream, I ate, and then I was editing. Took care of my boy, then I was editing like all night. So I didn't go to sleep till pretty late. So I woke up late. So then I wasn't able to see the reaction like right at the beginning of like Xenoblade, and all that. But I was able to, you know, get everything together, put together a video, talk about it, then release another video today. So it was exciting, man. Like I think that, you know, like it leads to like a number of other things that we're gonna talk about today. So it was pretty cool. So it was a great update though. Like I can finally get back into Xenoblade. I've been waiting. I've been putting it off. Like I put like 80 hours. It was my most played game of last year. Okay, so I put like 83 hours or 80 hours into it. And then I dropped it as soon as the whole situation like came out that, you know, there's gonna be a 60 FPS update that was in the code. I was like, yeah, I'll wait. Because I've already played the game on the Wii U at 30 FPS. I mean, so I might as well wait. Like, I might as well wait. And I can finish it later. I can do the online, you know. So this was a great update. And I knew that it would come at some point. Like, I didn't know when, but I knew it would come at some point, man. Shout outs to Shaw X as well with the $5. Yes. We're going to get into shout outs here in just a bit. But yeah, Sony decided to shut down one of their best studios that they purchased recently. Well, back in 2020, they bought them. And then they just shut them down, you know. This is a bad idea. I think this is a very bad idea. I think that behind all the sales numbers, all the boasting of most profitable gen ever, Sony is not... Everything's not okay. You can't tell me that you have a premier studio that makes some of the greatest, best reviewed games and great remasters, remakes, re-releases, and like you're doing okay and you're just willing to shut them down. Like that's insane to me. That's wild. Everything is not okay. You know, like everything is definitely not okay there. If you're willing to do stuff like that, even like Sony Japan Studio, you know. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the opening thread. Let's go.
Xenoblade, Chrono Trigger, Bluepoint.
Yep.
Man, there's no shortage of things to talk about today.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk.
I can get back in Xenoblade now. The Switch 2 patch is what I was waiting for.
Yes, we gotta even we gotta talk about Chrono Trigger. I forgot to even put that in there. There was so much stuff, you know, that I forgot to. I'm gonna add it in right now. Chrono Trigger. So yeah, there's a lot to go over. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to go over, a lot to discuss today. It's been a packed yesterday and today. So yeah, absolutely. Hit that like button though, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Big love to Cyber Taurus with the big $25. You're now the Hokage Stream Ninja. Thank you for the big 5. Thank you, Cyber Taurus. Appreciate that. Like always, Roundtable Elite, Shaw X, thank you as well. Said, what the actual bleep, Sony? Yeah, I mean, this sucks, dude. I like Bluepoint. I purchased a number of their remasters and remakes. I purchased Shadow of the Colossus. I purchased, did I get Demon Souls? I think I did. I know I got like some of their older stuff, like the Ico and all that. So, this is a crushing blow. Definitely a crushing blow. But you know, what can you do, right? You just, it is what it is. Big love though to JoJo's on a JoJo, what is it today? It's JoJo Thursday. Shout out Cyber Taurus, I appreciate you. Anybody that's 25 more, you been my man Cyber Taurus on the board. Hey yo. And we already got what do we got? We already got 35 on the combo board as well. So we got a 30-minute extension tonight. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Already 35. Let's go. Next one up. 10 more combos. Yeah, I am going to play some Xenoblade tonight. I am going to be vibing and playing Xenoblade tonight. I didn't want to start playing it now because then I wouldn't work out and I wouldn't do everything else that I needed to do. Like I wouldn't edit and I wouldn't work out and I wouldn't, you know, take care of all the other stuff. So I decided that I wasn't going to play it. I wasn't going to play it right now. I was going to wait and play it tonight.
Also saw an old stream where you gave the funniest burn. Someone said the Steam Deck isn't that big compared to Switch, and you said, Cap, you compare them, then said, I bet that's what your girlfriend said too. It's okay, the sizes doesn't matter. Lol, tears of joy.
Oh my god. Yo, can you link me that thread? Or can you link me that one? That'd be like a nice one just to like, I don't know, just for reference if we need it. I totally forgot that. I totally forgot about that one. But now that you brought it up, Justin, I remember that stream. But if you can like DM me it, that would be fantastic. All right, let me go over shout outs though. We are a little behind. Big love though, guys. Remember, if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request. So Justin, Cyber Taurus, if you guys want something, Shaw X, let me know. If you forget or if you can't fit it in the message, that's okay. Just put it in the chat and one of my mods will pick up and let me know if I don't see it. Max Only, what's up, Max? Big love to Dior. Dior's here. Party Man's here. Sonic 101 is here. Yes, a little bit earlier stream than usual. I want to usually stream like around 3:30 or so my time, 3:30, 3:45. If I can stream by 3 o'clock my time or 6 o'clock Eastern, that'd be perfect. But sometimes I can't always do that, you know. What's up, Sky W? What's up, Daniel? Zaybeck? What's up, Dior? What's up, everybody? 777AZ OG. General Zamora. What's up, General? Welcome. Justin, of course. Max Only. What's good? Nintendo Dope. Oh my God, what? Crazy. Oh my gosh, ah! Oh my god, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening, man. Let's see here. Sweet Tea, the OG, what's up, man? Been a while. Slate Hood, what's up, man? Big love. Big love. What's up, Elias? What is good? Dane, Epic Lobster, Straw Hat. What up, man? I kid you not, I was testing out lossless scan on my capture card footage for Switch 2, testing out Xenoblade Chronicles X at 60 FPS frame gen. In less than 12 hours, Switch 2 edition gets announced. Yeah, that's ghetto as hell. I would never do anything like that. Like, trying to use capture cards on lossless scaling and frame gens and weird. I'll just wait for the frame rate update. But yes, it's good that you actually have the official one now, for real. Let's see here. Big love, Shaw X. Thank you, man. Bought the upgrade path with the quickness and copying the physical immediately. Yeah. I'm gonna buy the physical just because I mean I want to have it physical, but I bought the upgrade real quickly. Yes, I tried out. Yes, I have been trying out Xenoblade 2. I made a video today where I actually have showed gameplay footage of it, David. Yes, so my video today there's my gameplay footage in there. So yes, absolutely. That's like the first thing that I did was make a video and capture gameplay. Let's see here. Well, maybe Retro Studios can hire them. I don't think they're gonna hire. I mean, there's like 100 people that work there. I don't think Retro Studios has 100 positions available for to absorb Bluepoint Games. So I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Let's see here. Jeff Shadow, what's up, Jeff Shadow? Welcome. What's up, Huddy? Yeah, because I've seen people say, oh, well, Retro can hire them. Retro does not have 100 spots open. They don't. So Bluepoint is done, guys. Like it's very unfortunate. I'm gonna go over what Herman Hulse had to say here, but yeah, Bluepoint's done, man. Like there's no saving the studio. The studio's done. The studio's done, and it's very, very unfortunate because they just bought them. They just bought them in 2020. So thank you, Dior, for the 58 months. Also, Oncario, thank you for the 56 months. Hey, OJ, I was starting to lose faith a bit, but I'm so happy you finally got the upgrade. I'll be playing through this the first time. Actually, nice. I never lost faith because I knew that it would happen. It was just a matter of time, you know, just a matter of time. But that they forgot to scrub that 60 FPS code. They forgot to scrub it. It was in there. That 60 FPS code was in there. So I knew from the beginning that it would take a little bit of time, but it would come at some point. So that's the reason why I waited, you know, I waited as long as I did. You think Xenoblade Warriors will be a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive? I mean, there is no Xenoblade Warriors, so I can't say you're already 2 steps in front. There is no Xenoblade Warriors game, so just keep that in mind. There's no Xenoblade Warriors game. But if there was, hypothetically speaking, a Xenoblade Warriors game, yes, it would be a Switch 2 exclusive because the last Warriors game from Nintendo was a Switch 2 exclusive. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment was a Switch 2 exclusive. So of course, another one would be a Switch 2 exclusive. Why would it be on Switch 1 as well? So yeah. But there is no Xenoblade Warriors game right now. There is no Xeno Warriors. So keep that in mind. Hey, did you play the Virtual Boy? I have not got a chance to play Virtual Boy. I have it right behind me though. It's right there. It's right there. That's where it is. Another thing that slept on is having Switch 2 Pro Controller for paddle buttons. Yep. That's the thing. Like, the funny thing is that when I was capturing footage today, I didn't have my because I have a Switch that I use just to capture footage, and it's not tied to my Switch 2 Pro Controller. I probably just need to get another one, but whatever. So I have like my Zelda Pro Controller. So I was like, oh, there's no back paddles on here. I don't have time to resync it and all that stuff. I'm not gonna do all that, but yeah, it plays much better docked on the Switch 2 now. I
sent you the timestamp link on Discord.
Okay,
wow.
Nice. Thanks, Justin. Maybe I'll turn that into like a meme or something like that. I'm not sure. Or maybe like a short. I got Dior. Me and Dior, we're working on I'm gonna talk to Dior this weekend when he has some time. Me and Dior, we're working on a few things for you guys to get you guys some extra added free content when it comes to shorts and when it comes to potentially even other social media, Instagram or other stuff. I'm gonna talk with Dior. We're gonna put together a plan for you guys so you guys can get some cool stuff. So we can capture those moments. But I gotta make sure I do right by Dior first before I commit to that. But yeah, we're working on it. So we will work on it. Dior, I'll DM you. Like I said, we'll go over what we need to do. All right, what's up, Katana Riku? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono, man. I appreciate that. 41 on the board. We are only 4 combos away from that next overclock. Let's go. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. I was on Xenoblade X on my way to work. Looks and plays so much better. It really does, man. Wrong move, Sony. The reason I bought a PS5 during launch is because Demon's remake. This is very sad. Yeah, it's not good. It's definitely not good. I can tell you that right now. I don't know. I think the thing with Sony, guys, is that Sony's management of their single player portfolio has been absolutely disastrous. Like, I think they've done a good job of selling the system. They've done a good job of providing for third-party developers. They've done a good job of, managing a logistics-wise, a business that massive. But they've done a very poor job with managing single-player portfolio. They've done a poor job with their live service division or divisions or games. There's just been a myriad of issues. I mean, I don't expect any company to be perfect, so I'm not gonna sit there and dookie on them all day and say that everybody needs to be fired. But I will say that Herman Holst, like, you can't sit there and look at what Jim Ryan did and then Herman Holst and what he's greenlit and what Herman Holst has said, oh, this needs to be going like this. Like, you can't sit there and not at least critique just a little bit, So, yeah, there's an issue for sure. Might as well get the RE Pro controller next week. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I might as well just go ahead and, instead of just getting another blank, Pro controller, might as well just get that one. I'm scared to death, though, that they're going to announce, like, a Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever, like, new Monolith Soft controller, like, at E3, or, like, at the next Nintendo Direct. Like, whenever they announce Monolith Soft's new game, I'm, like, literally terrified that they're going to announce, like, a controller. And then I'm going to be like, you know what? I should have bought that instead, So, I don't know. Cody Bishop with the $5 says Bluepoint is gone, but at least we have 2 more generic mid-uninspired Horizon games to look forward to. That's true. I mean, I don't know about Horizon the Hunter-Gatherers game, although that MMO looks pretty good. I kind of want to play that MMO, but then I realize it's an MMO and it's not on PS5, it's on mobile and PC. Then I'm like, oh, then maybe I don't want to play it. But if they put out a PS5 version of that, I think I'll be all over that, the Steel Frontier MMO, I think I'll be over that one. Yeah, absolutely. Great. Hey, what's up, Vadset? Welcome to the stream. Yo, Joe 9K, my man Joe. What's up, baby? Thank you for the big 20 gifted. Yo, shout outs to Joe 9K. Thank you for staying up super late, my boy. Thank you for staying up super late, man. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Joe 9K with the big 20 gifted. Hey, yo. Oh, my gosh. That's a lot, man. Goodness gracious. That is a lot. That is a lot. Shout outs, man. I appreciate you, Joe 9K. Xenoblade Warriors still Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive Nintendo Direct. I was a little ahead of the question of future Nintendo Direct. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a Switch 2 exclusive. Yes, if they make a Xenoblade Warriors just like Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, there's no reason to put that on Switch 1. I don't think that'd be a Switch 1 game. You know, I do not think that'd be a Switch 1 game at all. But yeah, like I said, I mean, who knows? You know, like who knows? It could be, it could not be, but I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh, we'll have to wait and see, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Shout outs to Joe, man. I appreciate you though, fam. Let's go. All right, let's get this going here. Joe with the 20. I gotta add it up, man. Appreciate you, Joe. Seriously, man. Joe's one of the homies on the channel for sure, so I appreciate you, man. Seriously. Appreciate everything you help out with, brother. Thank you so much. All right, let's get that up on the board here. So that's gonna be 96 on the board. Let's go. Shout outs to Joe 9K. We are already past it near the platinum already. You guys are out here tonight, man. Also, CERN Foxtail, thank you for the 25 months. Concord, yeah, Concord was brutal. Shout outs to Joe 9K. You guys give him some love. Miss you, buddy. Miss the stream nights. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna try to see if we can get some more morning streams for my overseas peeps. I'm trying my best. I think once my boy gets older, for sure. Once he's in like daycare, 100% we can do that. Like once he's like, or in school, daycare or school, 100% I'll be able to do it because I can clear out my morning and then I can actually do it. But unfortunately, a lot of times I can't. My wife, she has work or she has things that she's doing. I got to take care of my boy in the morning or just edit. So I'm definitely going to get back to it once we get a bit more time. But he's growing. My boy's going to turn 3 this year. So within the next year or so after that, he'll be in daycare or he'll be in preschool. So yeah, at some point. What's up? Happy Xenoblade X got the upgrade treatment, upgrade right away. Sad about Bluepoint though, yeah. Shout out to CERN Foxtail. Thank you for the 25 months, man. I'm doing good, Mr. Davis. What's good? Welcome. Even though 100% Xenoblade, I still got the upgrade just to see Xenoblade game running at 60 FPS for the first time. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm gonna wait just because I don't want to have to replay the game, you know. But once again, it's Monolith Soft, so I'm always gonna support Monolith Soft. Although I have seen a lot of people say, wait a minute, why does this cost $5? Why is it this? This is greedy, this is that. And that, I think that's fair. It's like a valid concern because Nintendo has so many different models, which I tried to break down in my video today, but even then, I think I even got kind of confused on it. But I think I have it down, but I think it's really just going to be dependent on each game. It's going to be like a game-to-game basis. Like if it's something small or if it's something where they don't really care too much about, it just might be a free update like Donkey Kong. But if it's something that's a bit more elaborate or expansive on a bigger game, it might be 5, or if it's something like that's like massive DLC or like big DLC added on, like actual substantial single player or multiplayer content added in, then it's probably gonna be like the $20 Switch 2 edition thing. So I did see that though. Although I think that Xenoblade, if there's anything that I feel is worth actually making sure that like, okay, I'm willing to pay for that, it's Monolith Soft. Like I didn't pay for the Animal Crossing one, even though I like Animal Crossing, I thought it was cool. I didn't buy that. I didn't buy the Super Mario Jamboree. I didn't buy that one either. So it's like I didn't care about those. But yeah, I think that's kind of like how they might be doing it going forward. Bluepoint sacrificed for Concord, even though okay, I already read that. Shout outs. Big love. What's up, George FT? Happy to see Xenoblade X got the upgrade treatment. I got the upgrade right away. Sad for Bluepoint. Yeah, I already read that. But shout outs, George FT. Just a prediction on your side. Do you think Marathon will flop like Concord? No, I don't think so. Got the Switch 2 for my mom's birthday coming up now. Got to get another one for the kid. All right, hey, there you go. Xenoblade, 4K Xenoblade is real. Yeah, and it looks very similar to like the 4K. Like if you look at like the 4K PC versions or whatever, it looks very similar to that. Actually probably a bit better in some respects depending on, you know, who's uploading the footage. But yeah, it's awesome. like it's really cool. It's really cool to finally get Xenoblade 4K 60 FPS portable mode 4K 60. It's very, very, very good. Although I wish that like portable mode, I wish there was a way to add the GL and the extra little buttons on portable mode, just because it makes it so much easier to scroll through the arts in portable mode, which, I mean, you can't currently do it. Unless, I mean, you can, I think you'd have to definitely you can use a profile setting. You'd have to change the profile setting to where like the bumpers at the top control the scrolling. But if you're playing it docked with a Switch 2 Pro controller, it's easy to use the bumpers on there.
Platinum.
Dang with the 4.
Picked up my physical of XCX for $35.
Nice.
Really good price, but I'll probably trade it for the Switch 2 edition later. Do you think X is a good starting point for my first Xenoblade game, or should I wait until XC1? Song. Waddle Dee's Weapon Shop.
It can be, but you just need to make sure that you go into it saying, okay, like, this is not necessarily the continuation of the story and all the characters and everything from the other 3 games. Just realize it's a very different game, so don't go in expecting, oh, I can fly around in mechs, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that, I can do all these things. Don't expect that with Xenoblade 1 through 3. That's why, I mean, I would say that. Me personally, and I always say play the games in the order that they came out, unless the developer tells you otherwise. So you can go with Xenoblade Chronicles, Definitive Edition, then go with Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then go with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You can do it that way. That's how I did it, because I played the games as they came out. But you just got to realize that Xenoblade X is separate. There are some things that some people have connected, but it is ultimately separate from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3. So just keep that in mind. And they play differently. Like, they play the same in some ways, like the battle system, but they also play incredibly differently, particularly with the skells. So as long as you keep all that in mind, you're good. You're good. You can play it now or you can play it later.
I honestly just consider the update free and the $5 is just a donation to Monolith Soft. Lol.
That's kind of how I see it. And with today's news of Bluepoint Games being shut down, I wish there was a $5 option to keep them available, to keep them open. I think that the industry is really crumbling in some sense, in some way. It's not doing well when you have the market, big market leader that has the most current generation systems, or, outside of the Switch, right? But where the third parties are putting their games, like when they can't even keep studios open. Sony Japan, obviously Firewalk, Sony Japan, now this one, now Bluepoint. That's 3 studios in the last 3 years. Like that's not good. And once again, they are supposedly like the biggest, right? They've made the most revenue that they've ever made. They've made the most profit. I've seen a lot of PS guys tout all that, which is good. You want to have a good business, but at the end of the day, when you're getting rid of developers, that's anti-consumer. I don't care what anybody says. People will talk about, oh, they charge for this. It's the real anti-consumer is getting rid of incredible talent that makes great games. You bought Bluepoint and you announced it to the world. Look, we bought them. That's for the consumers, right? Consumers, especially YouTubers, and I'm going into a little rant here. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm going to get into a little bit of a rant here. But consumers think developers' jobs aren't important. Some of them do, but a lot of them, especially in the, Nintendo evil community, do not care what happens to developers. And they think that, oh, well, if I get a deal on this game, on a Steam deal, then that's fine. Everything's fine. And if I get my Steam deal, or if I get a Expedition 33 for $50, everything's fine. Or if I get a free update. Meanwhile, Microsoft and Sony and many other developers in the industry are being let go, can't find work, and have a lot of problems. So there is a problem here. That is anti-consumer, because you marketed and you purchased them so they can make incredible remakes and remasters on this platform. You put out Demon Souls and you said, hey, look, we're buying them. You should invest into us, invest into our system, because we've got them on our team now, and look at what they've done. And then you attempt to make them make a God of War live service game, and then that God of War live service game gets canceled, and then you cancel them because they can't make a live service game. That is anti-consumer. But you will not see a single content creator tell you that is anti-consumer. But that is more anti-consumer than anything, because you announce to the public that, hey, we're buying them. That's what we invest in these systems because of the people who make the games, because of the games. When you remove an entity that makes the games and they delivered nothing, in the last 5 years, because of your poor management, that is anti-consumer. That is the most anti-consumer thing that I can think of. It just is. Because we bought in because of Demon Souls. We bought in and you announced it to us. If it wasn't supposed to be for the consumers, why announce it? Just buy them and have them be a shadow developer for you. Don't announce it. You don't have to announce it. Bluepoint was independent. They didn't have any major public backers. They could have went shadow for all we know. They don't got to say anything. Now, well, Sony's a public company, so yes, you actually have to probably talk about that. Never mind. So Sony would have to say something, but they didn't have to make they just say, hey, we acquired them. That's it. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Like Nintendo acquires, they acquire things. They don't make a big deal about stuff. Hey, they just, hey, we bought them. They don't make big announcements and put up their banners and do all this stuff whenever they make their acquisitions. They don't do that at all. They just say, hey, yeah, we bought them. Here's the thing. We bought them. That's that. You know? So that's anti-consumer. And you're not going to see a single YouTube content creator say that. They're going to be upset at Sony and say people should be fired, but they won't say the same grift tubers aren't going to go with the same narrative that they go when it comes to, they're charging $5 more for a game or $10 or something like that. So that's my opinion. I hate what happened to them. I hope they don't collaborate with Nintendo and give us a proper Pokemon Red and Blue remaster. You hope they're not gonna collaborate with Nintendo, and Nintendo's not gonna spend a bunch of money making a Red and Blue remaster from Bluepoint Games. That doesn't even make any sense. That's not gonna happen. Let's see here. Drives me nuts. That's just. I'm sorry. Bluepoint Games. I think they're in the U.S. They're here. Pokemon. It's Pokemon Red and Blue. What is that? That's a GBA game. They're not gonna somehow bring a bunch of developers to work with the Game Freak and then to do it for a GBA. Like that doesn't even. I don't know. That's not happening. That's not happening. Saw your Chrono Trigger vid, and I'm the only reason why I'm shutting that down is because sometimes people make up wild things, and I'm just trying to help you so you don't get upset when it doesn't ever happen, because that's not gonna happen. Nintendo's not gonna hire the Bluepoint developers. I think Bluepoint's in Texas, and a lot of the guys that used to work at Retro Studios founded Bluepoint or worked at Bluepoint. So I think at the very least, I mean, some of them get hired at Retro Studios. But I don't think Nintendo cares that Bluepoint went down. I don't think they care. I don't think Furukawa cares at all. I think he's like, oh, well, that's not my problem. I'm pretty sure that's what Furukawa's thinking. If somebody tells him, hey, Bluepoint went down, Sony, he'd be like, and? What does that have to do with me? You know, like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, and the reason why I say that is because Alpha Dream worked pretty closely with Nintendo, and they went down, and Nintendo was like, and? Like, so why would they do that for what they would probably think of as a random studio in Texas? What are they worried about that for? They're not worried about that. So I just want to let you guys know, when it comes to stuff like that. Deported Sicily, my bad, I missed it, with the $5 and says, did you see DSP's Virtual Boy content thoughts? I mean, I did see it, and I don't know what's wrong with DSP. I mean, well, I do know what's wrong with him, but I think I know what's wrong with him. But yeah, he was narrating like an audiobook, what's it called? The Virtual Boy gameplay, which was hilarious. Apparently Bluepoint Studio was near Retro. Yes, it's near Retro Studios. Let's see here. Okay, Scuba, Steven, just as long as it's a dream, go ahead. It's a dream, but they're never gonna invest. Because, like, you're trying to take, like, what Bluepoint does and, like, Demon Souls and try to equate that to a Pokemon game. That game will take 7 years, and that will cost $1 billion. They're never going to do something like that. So that's the reason why I need to shut that down right away. Because they're not going to invest that type of time and money into remaking Pokemon Red and Blue or something like that. They're not going to do that. Let's see here. Kiwi said he bets most of Bluepoint will find their way back to Retro, but let's hope so. I mean, I think some will, but I mean, look, Bluepoint, there's like 70 developers there. They're not. I don't think they're gonna hire 70 guys. So I mean, I do think some of them could find their way back there if they're lucky, but I don't think all of Bluepoint is gonna be all of a sudden absorbed into Retro Studios. I don't think so. I think some, yes, but not all. I don't think Retro Studios has 70 positions open. You know, it's not a small studio. I mean, it's not a big studio, but it's not a small studio either. MBG said he's boycotting every Sony. I mean, back when I used to have time, I used to watch his streams. I thought they were pretty good. Yeah, MBG said that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, you got to do what you want to do. Like, if he feels that that boycotting is gonna help, is going to, you know, that's how he votes with his dollar, then that's fine too. You know, like I think that's fair. Let me play Waddle Dee's Weapon Shop. Waddle Dee's Weapon Shop. I sent you a tweet, the video Herman Holst announcing the acquisition. Yeah, I have the tweet ready to go. So we're going to read off what he had to say in just a bit. Let me get through some more of these comments. Shout outs to Deported. Thank you, man, for the combo breaks. We're going 105 on the board. Let's see if we can get to 150 combos. I forgot to play the limit break. We did hit the limit break, so let's go. Shout out to Bluepoint may have been the best remake studio. Bluepoint was definitely one of the better, if not the best, remake studio. Absolutely. They're really good. There's not many studios that just specialize only in remakes. I mean, there's a few. I think Panic Button and Bluepoint for sure, but Panic Button was kind of more of like a, I mean, they did more of like ports, not remakes, just like ports of games. So let's see, DSP is legit crazy. Yeah, he's a little crazy. Y'all need to hug your Bloodborne copy today. I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. Oh man, I was hoping for a Resistance remake from them. Yeah, Sony probably doesn't want to greenlight any of that. It's like they'll like the cost of making a Resistance remake or, you know, something like that's probably gonna be really high. I think they saw how Demon Souls performed and they were like, what is this nonsense? I don't think Sony was ever happy with the Demon Souls sales, and I think that's why they got slapped on a live service game. Like, well, if you guys can't make this sell, or if we can't sell Demon Souls at launch as a premier 90+ rated game, even though it is a remake, but still, I think that's what happened. Like, I think that's where the first issue was. Jim Ryan, or whoever made that call, Herman Holst, you know, I think that's where the big mistake was. That one, they remade Demon Souls. I don't think they needed to remake I mean, if it was me, I never would have remade Demon Souls in the first place. I would have remade something else. I would have remade Bloodborne first. I would have done, you know, I would have done something else. So that's the first thing that I would never have remade Demon Souls, because Demon Souls is I mean, I guess it could have used the remake, yes, because, I mean, it was a PS3 game, and I don't think there was any native PS4 version of that game. Or, like, I don't know how there is on PC and all that. So, yeah, maybe it could have used one. But for the first one at launch, I don't think that's the game to pick. I think you pick something a bit more marketable than that you remake. So, probably not Demon Souls. The next thing is putting them on a God of War game. I think that's stupid. Like, putting them on a God of War live service game. God of War Ascension, which had multiplayer, that already failed. Why would this one be any better? So, I don't understand why they felt that a God of War multiplayer game would be something that could work. They already tried it with God of War Ascension, and it didn't work. Like, nobody really cared too much about the multiplayer in that game. So, I don't understand why they, like, those are just two really bad management decisions. Not from Bluepoint, but from Sony. So, that makes no sense. Let's see. Oh, no. It's a video I sent you? A video? Oh, okay. I'll check out the video then. What's up, Light It Up? Welcome. Grezzo is really good studio and works well with Nintendo. Yes, Grezzo's a good studio. Why did they put Demon Souls on PC, or they put Sackboy on PC even? Yeah, I'm not really sure why they opted to not put Demon Souls. I think maybe they thought that Demon Souls would be more of a system seller for the people that are into Demon Souls or into Souls games, that, hey, don't play it on PC, buy our PS5 and play it on there. That's what I think that they were thinking. And I'm guessing maybe they got some people to buy a PS5 for that. But I don't know how well or financially viable that game was. Like, I don't know. I know, like, I think it initially got some sales numbers of, like, over 1 million units plus. But, like, I don't think it was, like, as big of a seller as they would have hoped or wanted. Because they immediately put them on a remaster. Or, sorry, on a live service game right after that. Shoutouts to James Forte with the Jojo! Let's go.
Yo, OJ. How you been?
Good.
You seen what happened at Sony?
Yeah.
I thought PlayStation 5 had the greatest launch ever compared to Switch 2. Where was everyone to buy Demon Souls?
Yeah, like I mean, I said this before. I got called a million names in the book, but I mean, I think I was correct with my assessment of the first number of months of the Switch 2 launch compared to pretty much every other modern console launch out there. It's better than most. I mean, Microsoft obviously had nothing, but Sony, I mean, Demon's Souls, people weren't even playing that. They were just buying the third-party games really for that. So, yeah, it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though, if you haven't hit that like button. We're also talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X 60 FPS update. That came out today. You can, if you already have the game, you can upgrade it for $5. Just go on the eShop and get the upgrade. Or you can wait for the physical edition that's coming out in April. That's going to be $64.99, so $65 for that one. Or if you can go get the game physical on Switch 1, this is probably the cheapest option if you don't own it yet. You can go get the game right now, and it's $40, pretty much digital and physical. You can find digital copies for $40. You can find physical copies for $40 outside of Nintendo's ecosystem, or outside of, like, obviously not on the eShop or Nintendo's storefront, but like Walmart and like Best Buy and stuff. You can find it for $40, and then you can just upgrade it. So then you can get Xenoblade Chronicles X Switch 2 edition for $45 if you get the physical edition of the game on Switch 1. Get the Switch 1 physical edition and then upgrade it with $5. So you can do that. On a serious note, I hope they have enough money saved up to go back to independent. No, Scuba. I don't think you're understanding what the severity of the situation is here. Bluepoint is done. Bluepoint is done. Sony owns anything that Bluepoint has done since they took over. Sony owns that. So, like, a lot of their technology or what they use, their computers, their workstations, a lot of their stuff, Sony owns that. They're not going to give that to them. So I don't think you're understanding the severity. There is no, I hope they can save up money. Then no, the studio is done. A lot of people are going to disperse. They're going to go back and live with their parents, or they're going to go back to school, or maybe they're going to go change industries, or they're going to go to work at this place, or some people are going to maybe take different jobs. There is no more Bluepoint. There is no more Bluepoint. There is no more Bluepoint, man. There is no more Bluepoint. So, sure, could some developers, make a new studio? Absolutely, but you're starting from ground zero. All the people, all the women, the men and women, or theys and thems, or whatever you want to call people these days, all the people that are there, they're not all going to be like, oh, let's all go make a new studio. That's not how it works. They're all going to go off and maybe do their own thing, because there's going to be different opportunities for each person. People have different financial situations. Some people are good financially. Some people are not. Some people have a lot of money saved up. Some people don't. Some people will, take their severance and chill. Some people might even retire. They might be old enough to where they say, hey, I'm going to be done. I got a 401k. I'm good. So, like, you're never going to get those same people, all of them, in the same room ever again. When a company disperses or gets sold off or shuts down, it's very rare for everyone to just say, we're going to do something else. So keep that in mind, okay? Yeah, keep that in mind. The Bluepoint that we know is done. Like I said, now, could we get some people, make like a new Bluepoint? Absolutely. Like, some of the leads of Bluepoint, could they make another team and try to do the same thing? Sure, they can. But that's the ultimate goal of a startup, is to get purchased by someone. Like, that's the goal, and they did that. They made Bluepoint, they got purchased. A lot of the people that worked there became very rich after Sony bought them, but then Sony let them go. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I feel bad for like more of the lower level people, but the higher level people, the people that left Retro Studios and made Bluepoint and all that, like, they're good. Like, they made off that sale from Sony, they instantly became multimillionaires. So a lot of those people are good, but a lot of people are not, So I feel bad for a lot of the people that weren't part of the deal. So that's unfortunate. Are they going to, bruh, Arby's, man. Shout out to James Forte. Thank you for the $10 though, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Guess the perfect time for me to say buy Switch 2 now. I was about 60 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, I think now's a good time. Now's a good time. If you haven't bought one, also there could be a price increase. So I think now's a good time to pick one up. Pick up Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Pick up, Super Mario Odyssey if you don't have that already. Play some backwards compatible games. You don't have to break the bank. If you have expansion pack, you can get Zelda upgrades for free, or no additional cost. So I think, yeah, now's a pretty good time to pick it up for $4.50 if you don't want Mario Kart, and you can just play your Switch 1 games Upgrade those if you want, or you can pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know, or something. So yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a good time right now. Let's see here. I bet some Sony fanboys will say, but OJ, Nintendo also shut down Alpha Dream, but Alpha Dream went bankrupt. Nintendo didn't shut them. Yeah, Nintendo never owned Alpha Dream, so yeah, that doesn't. I don't think fanboys, or I don't think Sony fanboys know what an Alpha Dream is. Like I think most Sony guys think Alpha Dream means like an alpha male dreaming at night. I think that's what they would think an Alpha Dream is. Like, oh, an alpha dreamed. That's what they probably think that is. I don't think they know what Alpha Dream is or care what an Alpha Dream is. Hate this world so much. Giant corporals can throw away entire studios and throw away people too. They really can, Silent Dot. That's really what happened here. That's really what happened here. I know Nintendo isn't perfect, but there's the only ones who haven't done any of this mass layoffs. Yeah, that's like I said, they're not perfect, and it's worth criticism. Like, I have no problem with people saying, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or there's certain things. Like, I get it, man. I'm right there with them. Like, today, like, people are saying, oh, the Xenoblade update's $5. Like, oh, it's like, I get that. I 100% understand. But once again, the alternative could be, not saying that it is, but the alternative could be Nintendo could do mass layoffs. Like, they could do stuff like that, right? So, for me, I don't mind supporting what I, like, if I feel, hey, I like these developers, you know, I'll support them with $5, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And I won't really complain too much, especially Monolith Soft. They deserve every penny. So, I personally don't mind. But like I said, Animal Crossing, I mean, they already sold 40-something million copies of Animal Crossing New Horizons, nearly 50 million. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need that. And plus, they didn't even update it to 60 FPS. It's still 30. So for me, it was like, yeah, I'm good. Or like Mario Party, like Jamboree. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. They already sold like almost 10 million copies of that game. You know, include the Switch 1 plus Switch 2. So yeah, I'm good. I don't gotta give them nothing. You know. I would have done the Zelda updates, but I already have NSO Plus, so there was no need. Kirby, I felt like, okay, I like HAL. I like what they do. I like Kirby in the Forgotten Land. You know, like, I'm willing to, you know, support HAL. Because all they do is Kirby, and they're a great developer. You know, and this is like their big payday with Kirby in the Forgotten Land, so I'll support that. But I'm not going to support every single one, you know? Like, some of them I'm going to be like, nah, if I don't feel it's worth it, then it's not worth it, you know? Nintendo can't do mass layoffs in Japan due to laws, but I get your point. They could, but they can do mass layoffs here in the US. They can do mass layoffs in Canada. They can do mass layoffs in other places. Nintendo doesn't only have Japanese studios. Nintendo has studios across the whole world. They could have listen, if Retro Studios was at Sony or Microsoft, they would have been shut down 6-7 years. 6-7. They would have been shut down a half decade ago. They would have been shut down a long time ago if Retro Studios and their output, they would have been shut down. Easily, they would have been shut down. Considering how everything's went with that studio, they haven't made anything new in like forever, like a decade. Their last new game that they made was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze in 2014 on the Wii U. They literally made nothing new in the Switch 1 era. All their other games weren't good enough to get greenlit. They were working on a musical action adventure game with like a Shantae looking girl that got shut down. They're like, Nintendo looked at that and was like, yeah, that no, you know, might have been a good game. No, all their stuff has been so if it was anybody else, that studio would be gone right now. There would be no Retro Studios. Monolith Soft is valuable because Nintendo uses them to create other stuff, like to help create Zelda and Splatoon and Animal Crossing. But I guarantee you Monolith Soft would have had layoffs. If they worked for Sony or Microsoft, and if the sales numbers of a Xenoblade game compared to how long it takes to make Xenoblade games, compared to the average salary of a Xenoblade staffer, which is high, it's not a low salary job, that studio would have got cut. There would have been cuts and layoffs at Monolith Soft. I don't think that studio survives because Bandai Namco had 3 games with them and said, we don't want them. Square Enix, they had Xenogears. They're like, yeah, we're not letting you guys make any. We're not giving you guys a budget for Final Fantasy. You guys can do something else. So they got frustrated. They left Square Enix. They went with Bandai Namco. They worked with Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco was like, we'll give you the money for this, but we're gonna have to stop it. This isn't selling. Nintendo swooped in and kind of saved them. That studio would have been Monolith Soft would have been done after the whole situation with the Xeno Saga, the amount of money Bandai Namco gave them to make those games, and how those games didn't sell like crazy. Monolith Soft probably would have been done if it wasn't for Nintendo coming in and swooping in to save them. Because Baten Kaitos, you know, Xeno Saga, those were not big selling games. So I don't know if Monolith Soft would even exist right now. So you got to also keep that in mind too. Yeah, Shiver, I think is in Florida or something like that.
Can I get this song in memory of old PlayStation? Lol.
Oh, shout outs, Justin. Okay, yeah, I can get that going for you. Let me open up my my recent events so I can copy and paste. Thank you for the $3 dono. I appreciate it. Xeno doesn't sell as much, but Nintendo carries on the same for Bayonetta, which I prefer. Yeah, I prefer for developers to keep their jobs because happy developers make better games. I think happy developers make better games and they put better effort. So I'm not saying that it's a be all end all, that it's 100%, but I'd rather support the company that doesn't fire. Even though, hey, look, the extra $5 or $10 or $20, yeah, whatever. It's expensive, man. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and cap. Like, to get everything, if you want everything, you don't have to buy everything also. But if you want everything, it's not cheap. But, like I said, I don't ever have to worry, for the most part, about Nintendo letting go of developers, about certain games getting canceled. Like, they'll usually go through hell and high water to make sure that the game comes out or to make sure that the development studios are intact. Now, hopefully that stays the same with Retro Studios. I think Metroid Prime 4 is doing well enough to keep everything intact there. They are hiring, so, you know, that's definitely a good sign, not a bad sign. They sold over 1 million, and I hope it just steadily sells, you know, a couple, you know, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 20,000, you know, over the course of months, and then gets to, like, you know, 1.5, then to 2 million. So I'm hoping that they keep everything steady there as well. So shout outs though, thank you, man. In Japan, companies like Bandai pressure staff to quit. Yeah, I've heard about stuff like that. That's true. Even Nintendo franchises aren't popular. They sell decent. Best to keep them because of brand value. Sony does that until PS5. Shame on them. Yeah. I think the fool's errand is trying to figure out why Nintendo does stuff. I think that's also a fool's errand too. Yeah, I think it's a fool's errand to try to figure out why Nintendo does certain things. They just kind of do things when they feel like it and how they feel like it when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I do think that they also kind of factor in like the value of this, like, and they factor in like the fan base. They know that people will drop $5 on Xenoblade X. They know, they see the messages, they see what people have been saying, so they know that they can get $5. But then again, they probably could have got 10 and people would have been like, whatever, I'll get it anyway. But you know, 5, like, to me, it's like, okay, if we can keep these 4K 60s, I mean, free if you can, but if you can't do free, just don't go up to 10, don't go up to 20. If it's 20, obviously substantial DLC. But I mean, 5, that's fine. If you want to release a real physical edition, that's also fine too. I appreciate the real physical editions of these games too. So I'll take that for right now, you know. Shout outs to Bulk. Thank you for the $1 dono. Appreciate that. Oh, the Euro dono. Thank you. Awada said that quote. I agree, OJ. Developers are happy. The game's results better. Exactly. I mean, think about it for a second. If you're really upset at your job, or if you're always worried about you're going to get laid off, are you going to do the best that you can? Absolutely not. I've been at jobs where I felt like I was going to get fired every single 2 seconds. You feel fidgety. You can't perform at your best when you think that you're going to be sacked 2 seconds later. So, like, you've got to make sure that you keep your employees happy. So, like I said, Nintendo's not perfect. I'm not defending everything that they do. But one thing that I will say that makes it worth supporting them, even when it's kind of like, is the fact that they don't really, you know, fire developers like that, and they don't shut down studios even when things aren't going the best. They don't do that, so that's good. I like that. Nintendo's also better at managing their budget though. They're better at managing their budget, the games that are coming out, like the schedule, like they're much better at that. And they still make games that are like multiplayer and single player combined. Like, oh, you have a single player and you have a multiplayer. You don't just have like either, oh, it's a multiplayer game and it's all about multiplayer, or, oh, it's just a single player game. Like, they actually still make like the old school style of like back in like the PS2, the PS3, even the PS4 era, where a game will come out like Splatoon. Oh, there's a nice single player campaign. Oh, here's a nice, you know, multiplayer too as well. So I mean, it's not always been great. Obviously, maybe Mario Kart's not as good, Mario Tennis Ace is not as good, but they've had some other ones that were actually pretty good. You know, where the multiplayer was solid, and the single player was good too. So there's that. Elvin Ryan with the $10 dono. and says, let's keep you around as well. Buy a couple $5 add-ons. Have a great evening, OJ and watching. Hey, man, listen. I always say, guys, it's never required that you guys support. The fact that you guys are even spending your life clock here, we all have limited time. Like I said, maybe if we were alive for 500 years or 1,000 years, like an Asari, like a Krogan from Mass Effect, then, you know, you can just do whatever you want because you live for so long. But we're all here limited time, so any second you spend here with me, I really, 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 really appreciate it. I thank everybody that does support, that goes a bit further than that. Whether it's $1, like my man Bulk, thank you, or it's 10, or it's even more, Cyber Taurus, Justin, Party Man, all you guys that are supporting today, Deported Sicilian, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. And your comments too, man. You guys have been incredible. What's up, 91 Gamer Boy? What's up, man? Welcome. It's almost the weekend. I can't wait. Just been a long week of work. Yeah, man. That's why I do what I do, man. I know you guys are the real ones that have the hard job, you know, so I'm going to try to be here for you guys when you can relax and play some games and we can talk about games and have a good community, because a lot of the stuff at work is just BS, man. I was there, man. I was there. I know how I know how you feel, 91 Gamer Boy, you know, so I'm gonna keep doing my best, man, to make sure you guys have a safe haven when you get back from work. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to give you guys a place where you have a safe haven. You can feel good about your life, feel good about your games, feel good about, you know, what you want to do. You know, because like I said, man, I know the feeling, bro. Going to work, having a long week, and just be like, man, like, you know, you just want some of that interaction, like, you know, with like-minded people. So I'm sorry that you had a long week, man. Hopefully everything works out. But I know how it is, bro. There's times when I have a long week too, of like editing, or dealing with life stuff, man. I can't wait to come here and talk to you guys. Y'all cheer me the bleep up. Sometimes, man, I'm in a bad mood. And I know it doesn't seem like it every single time I come to stream, but there are times where I'm like in a really bad mood, where I feel like I'm like, man, like, I can't believe that happened. Then I come here and I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. At least for this next 2 hours, 3 hours, I feel so much better. And then I'm able to actually handle everything else after I'm done with my stream. So you guys help me out tremendously. I'll keep it a buck, man. The upgrade pack is number 3 on the eShop, so that's something. Yeah. A lot of people are picking up that upgrade pack right now. There's probably tens of thousands of people that are picking up that upgrade pack, you know? Let's see, the 9 to 5. What's up, Nishquick? 9 to 5 sucks. This week's been crazy. Glad Xenoblade X made it better, though. Yeah. What's up, Nishquick, man? Good to see you here, brother. Sony does not release resolution patches for free. LOL. They've been usually doing $10 minimum. Some of them are free, sure, but the same goes for Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, some of them have been paid, some of them have been free, so it just really depends. I mean, but once again, they're both worth critiquing. You know, if you want to critique it or if you don't like it, that's also fine too. But like I said before, you have the option to either buy it or not. You know, for me personally, I'm gonna support Monolith Soft. So if they took, you know, 30, 40 staffers, or they took 20 staffers and said, hey, you guys work full time on this for 6 months or however long, because it probably takes a little bit of time to get, like, once again, the code, it's a Wii U game, ported over to Switch, then now ported to Switch 2. So, like, I don't think it's just like a press a button and all. It's not PC hardware where you just press a button and all of a sudden you change the graphics settings. Like, it's not that, you know? So if they took 20 staffers or 30 staffers and they worked for 6 months, you know, full time, making this thing happen the way that it happened, then I'm more than happy to drop $5 to support those people that did that and keep Monolith Soft, keep money coming into Monolith Soft to where it entices them to do more stuff like this. So I'm more than willing to do that. You know, like I said, it would have been great if it was free. I think that would have been awesome. I wish it was, but you know, when it comes to Monolith Soft, I'll support them. $5 for this, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see here. Shout outs to Bulk. Thank you for the tune-in tier pledge. Yo, I appreciate that, Bulk. Let's go. Combo breaks. 130 on the combo board. Hey, yo. I appreciate that, man. Let's go. Let's go. Animal Crossing New Horizons upgrade was worse, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the Animal Crossing New Horizons upgrade was interesting. Because it's, like, worse and better in some ways. It's worse because it went not 60, it went 30, but I think it went 30 because of the animations. And if you put it at 60, it would mess up the source code of the that's what I'm guessing. Otherwise, it could easily handle 60 FPS, obviously. When it comes to the multiplayer, they did expand that. The multiplayer is a lot better on there. It's way faster to load. It's way fast. Like, you have more people, so that's good. But then like they also added a free update. That's not part of the upgrade, the $5 upgrade. So I don't think Animal Crossing was terrible. I just don't play Animal Crossing enough to support that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play it enough. But if I was a big Animal Crossing person, I'd probably want it for that that better multiplayer experience. I'd probably want it for that. Let's see here. Yo, big love to Justin with another $3.
It's also funny seeing some people who wouldn't play even if it was free complain about it while they spend money for emotes so their characters can twerk. Lol, don't know if that's real, just sounded funny.
Oh no, it is. Oh no, it is. I ran into someone that said he's a Fortnite addict. It was like, I guess he's like a 16-year-old, so obviously 16-year-olds are gonna say really stupid things. But he's like, oh yeah, well that doesn't mean it's not. Like I think I was talking to Switchforce. I was like, oh yeah, like like Switchforce said that he doesn't like the Switch 2 editions. He's in the minority. He doesn't like it. I'm like, yeah, I understand. Like I feel you. But I'm like, you don't have to buy it. Like I think it still should be there. Like it's still, for those who want it, still should be there. Like Switch 2 editions. And then like some 16-year-old or something, so it was like, oh yeah, well, it doesn't mean it's not greedy. And I looked at his profile and it's like Fortnite addict. Okay, so you're trying to tell me that you're not dropping. He didn't say that he's dropping money on season passes, but you know good and well a 16-year-old that says that he's a Fortnite addict is dropping money on different color candy canes while mining resources or little outfits and going like doing little twerk dances or weird stupid. He's dropping money on Fortnite. For V-Bucks and all that. So, that is real. Because there ain't nobody that's a Fortnite addict and ain't never spent any money on Fortnite. That doesn't compute. They buy those season passes, So it is a real thing. I ran into one of those guys today. Didn't play much of X, but I'm pretty sure there was some texture changes, so I'm sure there's some actual work put into this. Yeah, what's it called? Switch Up made a video on it. There is some texture work and draw distance stuff. I mean, it's not perfect. Like, there's some stuff that's not as good, but there's definitely some extra work put into this. It's not just 4K 60. There is some cleaning up of certain things and certain aspects of it. Now, like I said, if it's worth $5 or not, that's going to be depending on how much you like Xenoblade. I think this is a no-brainer. I mean, playing the game on Switch 1, I tested it out. Playing the game on Switch 1 or playing the game backwards compatible, I don't think is a good idea. Like at this point now, like I would just say the $5 is worth it because this game's going to get you an extra epilogue content. It's going to get you that 60 FPS, the 4K. It looks beautiful handheld, 1080p 60. It looks beautiful on the TV. It moves good. And I think that it vibes better for like switching the arts and just moving and positioning yourself. Like the 60 FPS to me is really, really good in this game. Like I think it works well in this game more than maybe even other Xenoblade games, to a degree, because some other Xenoblade games you can't move and attack at the same time, so you kind of have to set yourself up like in positionally. Whereas Xenoblade 1 you can, but Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3 you can't. So Xenoblade X in particular, with the flying, the action flying and the moving while attacking, I think that the 60 FPS is actually a bit better and is more valuable in Xenoblade X than it is maybe in the other Xenoblade games. Maybe not Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade X in the same category, but Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3. Because once again, you have to stand still. But Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3 need it because the open world is just kind of like, the resolution isn't the best, and the frame, like loading times could be better and stuff like that. So I bought the upgrade frame 1. Yeah, I bought a frame 1. People know they can still play the game without paying the $5. Yeah, but they want all the updates. They want the 60 FPS. They want the better graphics. They want all that, but without paying for it. They want the free update. Because Nintendo's done free up. So it's because it's a consistency issue. And I think that's the problem that we're dealing with right now. Sorry, guys. My feet are cold for some reason. Just putting on my socks. I think that's the problem that we're dealing with right now. Is the fact that the consistency. Some people see free updates and then not free updates. And then some people see $20, $10, $5. So some people don't like that. They don't like the non-consistency, But the fact that they're releasing a Xenoblade Chronicles X Switch 2 physical ensured that the upgrade would never be free. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think some people would have liked, though, Juice Man to be, okay, they re-released the game for Switch 2 at 60, just at 60, and then they just have a free update, you know? So I think that's what people wanted. Some. Let's see it. Let's see, correct me if I'm wrong, but every Switch 2 edition has included 60 FPS addition to resolution boost. Almost every single one. Animal Crossing is the one that has not. Dude's trying to say Nintendo's charging money for frame rate boost. Every single one has included 4K or like 1440p, and has included 60 FPS. There's only one, Animal Crossing. That's the only one that hasn't. Like I said, the waters get muddied because Animal Crossing got a free update that is separate from the upgrade. So you can get some free updates to Animal Crossing, but there's no that you don't have to pay for. But if you want the new and enhanced multiplayer, if you want the stuff that takes advantage of the Switch 2 hardware, you're going to have to get the $5 upgrade. So it's a little confusing for some people. Like I said, Zelda was interesting because Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, those were both 10, but they added like the smartphone app and a couple other different things. And then that one, though, if you have NSO Plus, oh, you can just get those. You don't have to pay anything for those. So if you have NSO Expansion Plus, so that's one thing. But then there's also the $20 ones. That's okay, these are actual substantial DLC, like new content, but they don't separate them. You can't just like pay 5 or pay 10. You have to just buy the whole thing. So I think that's where the confusion is with people. It's like, oh, is it going to be this? Now, once again, I'm covering this all the time, so I can kind of see the differences. But I think for a lot of other like consumers that aren't plugged in or aren't like tapped in like that, they maybe get a little bit like, what's going on here? There's so many different ways to do this, you know? So which is, like I said, which is fair critique in my opinion. So AC upgrade isn't bad. I just think it could have been free. Sure, it could have been free. I mean, absolutely anything could be free. But they didn't want to. They said if people are going to work on it, they're going to charge. I think, though, after you sell 50 million copies, though, yeah, it would have just been better if it was just like, hey, here's a free update, you know, for the game. Has there been any free update to increase the whole game up to 4K 60 for any other first-party game? Has there been a free update to increase the whole game to 4K 60? Yeah, Donkey Kong Country Returns. That was a 4K update for free. And they added, I mean, it wasn't anything substantial, but they added Dixie Kong. They just ripped that from Tropical Freeze. they just ripped everything from that from Tropical Freeze, but hey, that's fine. They added Dixie Kong, and they added like that high-speed mode. They didn't really add too much, but it was something. And it's a nice update. Nice update. That was a free update. Let's see. Yeah, that's BS. I could understand $10 upgrades if they include extra content, which is good apart from 60 FPS or 4K, which is minimum. In this case, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are worth it. Well, those don't add anything extra on top of it. Outside, I mean, except the smartphone stuff.
Can appreciate for a second we are in a time where we are actually playing Nintendo games on official hardware in 4K 60 FPS upscaled or not. We were not expecting this.
I was not, you know what? I was telling you guys to calm down. You guys were saying, yeah, OJ, 4K 60? Yeah. I was like, no, expect 792p. 57 frames per second. Do not expect. I was telling you guys don't expect 4K because I didn't know. But yeah, it's a good time. Listen, this is a good problem to have. This is a good, because you know what listen, I'm sorry, my Wii U PTSD, it just flares up because trust me, when there was nothing to play, there was nothing to play. There was no, oh, here's the Wii games at 1080p 60 frames per second on Wii U. There was none of that. There was no, oh, here's the upgrade. It was just the same crusty Wii games if you want to play a Wii game. So this is a good problem to have. It's still a problem and it's worth critiquing. But damn it, I will take it. There was no City Folk upgrade or anything like that, like to 1080p or the 4K. It was just play the same crusty City Folk on your Wii U with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. You can't even play with the Wii U Pro Controller. You can't even play with the Wii U Gamepad. You got to actually go grab the Wii Remote and Nunchuck and play with that. You can't even use the regular controllers. So I will take it. It's a good problem to have, okay? Like, it is a good problem to have, man. Because like I look back on the Wii U era or even the 3DS era, and I'm like, man, it's a lot better than that. At least we can talk about, you know, getting a great update to where now we can play games at 60 FPS and we can have all these features and other things. Like I said, not perfect, but man, bro, I'll take it. I'll take it right now. Let's see here. But no, I'm asking both 4K and 60 FPS. DK was already 60 FPS, but they just updated to 4K. Oh, well, it wasn't a consistent 60 FPS, but yes, it targeted 60 FPS. So anything that went from 30 to M3, I don't think so. No. No. No, I don't think so. Splatoon 3 was, I mean, Splatoon 3 might be the only thing, but Splatoon 3 was at 60 in-game. Now, they made it, it was 30 in the lobby, but it was 60 in-game. So, yes, that'd probably be the closest thing would be Splatoon 3, where now the lobby runs, or like the you know, like the Octo area or whatever. That area now runs at 60, but the gameplay already ran at 60. So it's kind of like, that'd be like the closest thing. Odyssey already ran targeted 60 on the Switch 1. I mean, it wasn't a consistent 60, but it ran at 60. I mean, I think another thing would be, there's another tweener though. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. But that targeted 60 for most of the game. But there's one specific instance where it's not at 60, and that is in handheld mode. It's at 30 on the Switch 1. So the two games that I would say would be that. Splatoon got a free 4K 60 update. No, it did. It got a 4K 60 update. Yes, it did. Echoes of Wisdom targeted 60, but it rarely ever ran at 60. But it targeted 60. It can hit 60 at times. It's not a consistent 60. It's going all over the place, but it did target 60. Echoes of Wisdom and Link's Awakening both targeted 60. Sometimes it'd be 60, sometimes it wouldn't. But I think those were also 1440p. I don't think those were upscaled all the way to, I don't think those were 4K. I think those were 1440p for both of those. So I don't know about the native resolution for all those. So Scarlet and Violet had a huge upgrade. Scarlet and Violet, that's the game. That's the game, because that game, yes, that's it. Thank you, Sonic 101. That's the game, because that game was 30, targeted 30, then went up to 60 for free and 4K upscale. Okay.
Hello, OJ and everyone.
What's up, Benz?
Surprise drop from Nintendo for Xenoblade on Switch 2 lit fire.
Yes, sir.
Yet another added to my collection. Backlog getting more stacked.
Okay.
Hopefully we get some more surprise drops this week. If not, Xenoblade is enough for me. Cheers, clinking glasses. Yeah,
I think they're good on surprise drops for now. Like, I think I just need to play some games. I need to play my Xenoblade. Resident Evil's coming out. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming out. Pragmata's coming out. So I want to just play some games, and then we'll have a Nintendo Direct maybe in March or April. So Paladins had a good answer, which was Pokemon Scarlet. Yes, Pokemon, but maybe Nintendo and TPC apologizing. Yeah. I think if they charge for that one, that would be a PR disaster. That would be a PR disaster to charge for that one. So that one needed to be free. That one absolutely needed to be free, because that would have been it's like, wait a minute. You launch a game broken and buggy, and then you charge for you to fix it on a system that I gotta pay $450 to $500 for? Yeah, that'd be bad. So that one was like, okay, you better have done that one. Let's see, people would be pissed if Pokemon. Yeah, people would be pissed. So that one was like, okay, you have to do that one. Shout outs to Benz. Thank you for the JoJo. 146 on the board. We are going very close to the platinum and a half. Let's go. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet's a good one. That 60 FPS makes the soul voice quick time event timing in Xenoblade. It really does. I noticed that, Frankie. That's another thing. Like, timing things is so... You have more frames to time it. Like, you ever played Oh my God, Frankie. That's a freaking good comment, bro. I was doing that earlier today, and I was getting 100% each time.
I feel bad for people who don't like JRPGs and Japan-made games, or
Oh.
wait, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Lol,
Yes.
tears of joy.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier, and like you can see it in the soul voice. You can actually see it in there. Like in the 30 FPS, it's like you blink. It's like you blink, and all of a sudden the damn thing goes by it. Or you blink a little bit too early, and you're like, oh, it's gonna land right here. Then all of a sudden, and it just skips it, right, Frankie? But now it's like, and you're like, oh, let me just press it right now, no problem. That's crazy that you brought that up, because yes, in a 60 FPS, like the little Mario thing that they showed, right? There's more frames for you to see. For you to like when you're like that little Mario thing that they showed like at the Nintendo Switch 2 the overview trailer, like the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, they showed like that little Mario, like the 120 FPS or the 60 FPS and all that, or even like Welcome Tour, like where they show like, okay, the differences. Yeah, you have more of an opportunity, and it's so much easier to like, it literally feels like it's like in the zone, like, and when it gets faster and faster, it's harder, but it's nowhere near as hard as it used to be. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't put 2 and 2 together when I was playing it earlier, but it absolutely is. Like, it absolutely is. Well, OJ, a beta Virtual Fighter. Yes, I downloaded the Virtual Fighter beta, or Virtua Fighter beta. I'm gonna check it out for sure. Yo, Robin Newhouse. Thank you so much, Robin Newhouse. Welcome back to the Tune In Tier squad. Let's go. Appreciate that. Welcome. I used to miss those all the time with the B button presses. Yeah, I would miss them. I mean, it gets harder and harder as you go along, but it'll get it's easier now. It's definitely easier now. When it was in 30 FPS, you had to anticipate the B press. Yeah, like I said, if you blinked anywhere near that, especially like when it gets faster, you would probably miss it if you blinked. Now, like, it's a bit easier, especially on like level 1. Level 2 and level 3, it's a bit harder, but yeah, level 1 is like a cinch. Like, it literally feels like it's like Neo, like the Matrix, and you're just like, you know, you're just like blocking the Mr. Agents like at the end of the movie. Now it just feels a lot easier. Hit that like button though, guys. If you have not hit that like button, guys, we've got some lit talk. Join in. I see there's a lot of people watching, so I appreciate you guys. Much love. Hit the like button. If we got 300 people watching, there should be 300 plus likes. There's no reason not to do it if you're enjoying this free content. Unlike Nintendo, I'm not charging you $5 to upgrade to OJ streams, okay? My streams are, well, they're not in 4K, okay? But they are in 60 frames per second. You get 1080p 60, and if you're watching in portable mode, that's handheld gameplay right there. That's handheld right there. So, it's free. I'm not charging you a $5 upgrade. Now, if you want to support, you can. But it's definitely a free upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs, guys. Hit that like button if you've not already done so. I appreciate it. Part of me wish Nintendo included Switch 2 editions on NSO by default. That would open up a whole new bag of worms. So honestly, 5 to 10 upgrade packs. Yeah, like if it's like NSO Plus, where like if you have NSO Plus, you get the upgrades. That would be awesome. It does open up a bag of worms, especially if you have more large scale stuff that does that. And like, let's say there's content like DLC, it's, okay, you get half of the upgrade here. They're like, yeah, like it does. But yeah, it's already complicated enough as it is. But yeah, I do wish they actually added more games for like the NSO, like where you can get that like upgrade on there. I agree. I had 35 hours in Xeno X, but I stopped as soon as I watched the Switch 2 Direct. I'm only level 20 though. Okay, yeah, you're good. If you should just restart, don't restart, just get right back into it. Just get back. Don't restart though, because that's 20 hours you'll never get back, you know. So just go ahead and just start right off again. Elvin, right another $5 dono says, what's the impact upgrades will have on secondhand physical market, making games better, longer, even bearable in some cases? You know, it's hard to say that's a good question, but it's hard to say what the impact will be on the market. I don't know. Because like I know Microsoft's ecosystem is interesting. But I don't know exactly how it's going to affect the secondhand market or not. I'd have to wait till there's more information or evidence that comes out. I know that when it comes to Nintendo's first-party games and Nintendo's games like Switch 2 games, the secondhand market and like the backlog market is definitely affecting Nintendo's Switch 2 sales because they don't count everything on the books. Like if somebody buys an upgrade or something, or even if they buy a Switch 1 game, that doesn't count as a Switch 2 game. It just doesn't count. Like, so if they buy the Switch 1 then buy an upgrade pack or something, that's not a Switch 2 purchase. So I do think that the backwards compatibility and upgrades definitely affect potential new purchases. But I need to wait for more information to kind of come out and see how that's going to affect everything, you know. And even then, it's going to be hard to really tell, you know. Frankie with the $5 dono. Appreciate that, guys. Look, you guys are paying for my upgrade pack. I appreciate that. Let's go. Upgrade pack's paid for right now, baby. I appreciate you guys, man. Seriously, I really do. Thank you. They're going to get $15 more out of me when they upgrade the other 3 games. Yeah, Frankie, I agree. I know you're a big Xeno guy. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade that. I'm gonna upgrade that as soon as ASAP Rocky, bro. When they announce those upgrades, I'm gonna do it. I think that they might do a Xenoblade trilogy. I talked about this in my video today, my Xenoblade video. I said that I think that they can do that. You know, that they can do a Xenoblade trilogy. I think that's definitely possible for that. So we'll see, you know. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. OJ, why did you lie and say Nintendo was going to announce a general direct? When did I say that Nintendo was 100% going to announce a general direct? That's insane. I never said that they were 100% going to announce a Nintendo direct. Never said that. I did say that Nintendo will eventually announce a Nintendo direct at some point because they always do. But I never said that they were going to announce one this week. I never said that. If anything, I said the opposite. I said that I'm not sure if it's going to happen because Pokemon Day is next week, and they're probably going to want to announce the new Pokemon game and like Pokemon Champions and get all that information out, and then maybe like in March or April, maybe they announce it then. But no, I never said that. I never said myself that it was going to, that they were going to announce one this week. Have you heard of Captain Durag coming from Disney? I did hear about the controversy with that. Let's see. I trusted you, OJ. Where is Nash at? Nash is on Twitter saying that he never said that it was 100% going to be this week. He said that he had some sources telling him February, some sources telling him March. So that's Nash Weedle's official stance. Real question is why they do Switch 2 editions for the Xeno expansion content. Will they do Switch 2 editions for the Xeno expansion content? No, absolutely not. You mean like separate editions for the expansions? No, but what they will do is that, I mean, they'll make it to where if you get the Xeno 2 expansion, I do think that it should transfer over to the DLC as well, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I think they're trying to still all figure all that out, but I don't think they're gonna do like separate like physical editions for like the expansions. Probably not. I mean, they could. They never did with Future Redeemed, so I don't think so. No, Nash Weedle was not anticipate. No, you can't give him a break. No, you can't give him a break because getting a Xenoblade X update is not the same as a Nintendo Direct. That's not like what he heard. It's like, oh, I heard something. It was a Xenoblade X update. So, I mean, listen, you can give him a pass if you just want to give him a pass, but that's not a great reason because you got a Xenoblade X update. He said his most reliable source, man, is a cat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mac Mega with the 5.
We live in a world where talented game devs lose their jobs because of corporate greed, while e-bombs like DSP make 6 figures yearly and spends his support money on sweaty Hogan JPEGs pulls. Only in America, open mouth smile.
I mean, like, DSP catching a random stray at 5:05 in the evening or 8:05 for East Coast boys or 7:05 is hilarious. Like, just a completely random stray from Mac Mega. But I think more and more people are realizing like DSP, like the DSP verse, and like getting into like the clips, like the clip culture is making DSP look like a complete idiot. But I mean, at the same time, and yeah, he does make a good living from, you know, streaming because of his fans. His fans will support him. I don't know why. All he does is sit there and beg, and all he does is, like I said, like, it's just, I've watched his streams before. I mean, I thought there's some entertaining stuff, but I really just show up there for him to get angry and, like, get salty on other people at times and get mad and start banning people. I think it's funny because I know it's going to get clipped. But then when people started clipping him like crazy, I kind of stopped watching and just waited for the clips. But yeah, he's kind of crazy too. Yeah, he kind of does a lot of stupid things, especially for somebody his age. You'd expect him not to be so silly at times, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, catching a random stray is hilarious, dude. I got banned out of his stream though. Like, that's the only stream that I know that I got banned out of. Like, I don't think I've ever got banned out of anybody's streams. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been banned from some people's streams, but like, I've never been banned out of, like, live when I'm chatting, like, in anybody else's stream, because usually I don't say anything, but when I do, I don't do anything to get banned. And the funny thing is, I got banned out of his stream, so yeah. Yeah, I know, I was joking. You were joking? What's up, Psychopath? What were you joking about? Xeno X was the direct announcement? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what he was talking about. Yeah, the direct announcement. 4K 60 future redeemed. Yeah, I mean, if you upgrade Xenoblade 3, like, whenever they do the Xenoblade 3 upgrades, I guess if you upgrade Xenoblade 3, I think it's going to transfer over to the future redeemed content. I think it would. Man, I'll pay full price for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at 4K 60. I think a lot of Monolith Soft fans will, yeah. I think it's likely Smash 6 will be released 2027 and 2028. Thoughts? Yeah, I made a video on that not too long ago. I think it could be announced this year and released next year. Or announced next year and released the following year. But yeah, I think it could be announced either this year, then goes to early next year, or it could be announced next year, then launches at the end of next year. So, possible for sure. Let's see. Fool, but he's making a lot more bank than any of us. Maybe. I don't think he is. Not everybody. Not everybody here. I think there's definitely some people here that make more. But yeah, maybe. It says, Jakey says, yet you call me a troll. I exposed Nintendo and Sony alike. Alright, good for you, Jakey. I'm glad that you exposed. You know what you should do? You should start a channel. You should start a channel, and you should start talking about it. And you're so good at exposing Nintendo and Sony and all that, you can probably make a lot of money grifting. So that's what you should do, man. I highly recommend it. A lot of people that like to expose corporations make a lot of money. So that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Good job for you, man. I'm proud of you. Let's see here. I like how everything about Xenoblade X Definitive Edition was shadow dropped on a random day. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Let's see. I expect Bluepoint guys to get hired by Retro since they were ex-Retro devs. Yeah, yes and no. I don't think Retro Studios has enough money to hire all the or has enough team like openings to hire all the Bluepoint guys. You know. Like I don't think so. Do you think that all 3 games on DLC can fit on 164 gigabyte cartridges? I talked about that today in my video. I think it's possible with some optimizations, yes. But I don't think Nintendo would include all that in there for like one price. Like, I think it would be, they'd include just the base games. Then if you already have the DLC, it'll activate, you know? Or you'll have to buy the DLC separate. That's what I'm thinking. My order for the upgrade pack won't go through on my phone. Your order for the upgrade pack won't go through on your phone. Try closing out of everything. Closing out and maybe... Oh, maybe using a... Okay, how many browsers you got on your phone? You got a different browser? And saying this is the second time Xenoblade X gets shadow dropped. Well, yeah, they shadow dropped the... They shadow dropped the announcement of the game. So they just said, here's the announcement. They didn't shadow drop the game itself, but they just said, here's the game announcement. And I think it was in 2024, right? The end of 2024, and then it came out in 2025. Or was that at a Nintendo Direct? I forgot. I think it was, I think it was just announced out of nowhere. So it was just announced out of nowhere. Dior dropped the Trails in the Sky for Xenoblade Chronicles X, like he had a new girlfriend. Oh, yeah, I'm dropping everything that I'm doing. I think, what was I playing? I was playing Trails in the Sky. I think I was also playing Mario Tennis Fever. Yeah, I'm dropping Mario Tennis Fever. I'm dropping everything. I'm playing Xenoblade, man. I'm dropping all that I'm playing. Shadow drop in October. Okay, yeah, October. So they just said, hey, look, here's the game. It's coming out in March. I only have Xenoblade 3 and X physically. I bought 1 and 2 digital. All right, yeah. Well, we'll see how they sort through all that stuff there. I think you're Markel, right? Shout out to Markel. So we'll see what they do, my boy. The title Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition Switch 2 Edition is pretty funny. It really is. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Edition. A lot of editions. But hey, look, it's our fault that stuff's titled that way because because the Wii U era. Everything's so confusing. The Wii U? Is it this? What's the name of the game? Is it an upgrade? That's what everybody did in the Wii U era. That's what all the journalists did. So Nintendo's like, all right, I'm gonna treat you guys like some idiots. Everything's gonna be titled exactly what it is. If it's on Nintendo Switch 2, if it's a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, that's exactly what it is. It's a Nintendo Switch 2 game. All right? Switch 1, Switch 2. We're going to just treat everything exactly like it is. Since y'all don't like that, since y'all get confused so easily on names, new Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to title everything exactly what it is. You see that horizon over there? Yeah, it's new. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Hey, you see this game where you're punching with your arms? Yeah, we're just gonna call it ARMS. Hey, you see this game? Breath of the Wild? Hey, you're in the wild? There's wind, breath. Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah, there's tears that you collect? Yeah, tears. We're just gonna name everything exactly what it is. No, they've actually always done like naming like particular to video games, but when it comes to like the name of the systems, like hardware and everything, yeah, that's what they did. Nintendo Switch OLED edition. OLED. Like, I bet they're even sweating bullets off the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Xenoblade is that one ex-girlfriend that you had a future with. Lol, I dropped Kiwami 3 and Fever fast.
Yeah, you out here praising Kiwami like a Sony fan in 2016. like a hardcore Sony fan or 2013. Oh, you stupid Nintendo fans, with your trash Yakuza on Wii U. That's how Sony fans are. You were praising Yakuza like a Sony fan in 2013 when it was exclusive.
By the way, Actual Arrow made a good tweet assuming why Nintendo could have charged $5 for the Xenoblade X patch. Also, can you play Splatoon 3 side order, short order PLS?
Yeah, I can play that for you. Shout outs. Thank you, Justin, with the 3. Thank you, Mac Mega, with the 3 as well. I appreciate that. Shout outs. That's every Sony fan. See me, I play, I play, Yakuza, you, no, Xbox, no, PlayStation, yes, Nintendo, no, I play, Yakuza, see me, I punch, I kick, in Japan, you don't, That's how every single damn Yakuza fan would be acting like back then, bro, like... you see, that means my game, better than your game, all right, let's see here. Are you breathing? Splatoon 3 side order, short order theme. They were relentless too, bro. Those Sony fans with Yakuza, that game's like the greatest game in the world. Man, Psycho Pie with the $3 dono. Shout out to Psycho Pie.
Nintendo Switch 2. I'm happy they didn't name it something stupid like Super Duper Nintendo Switch 2 brand spanking new Boogaloo.
Nintendo Switch Super Duper in your... Wait, hold up. Super Duper Nooper Pooper. That's what they would have called it. There you go. Wait, why are they French? Because they have to be French, bro. They have to. It's something they just have to. They have to be friends because it's just that they had to. Because that's what happens when you get Yakuza. It's that when you get Yakuza, you just all of a sudden your voice turns like that. It turns like that. Justin with the 3. Yo, what up, Justin?
That's true funny how one Xenoblade update had me like Yakuza Kiwami-hu. Lol.
Oh man. Dude, because Xenoblade games come out so few and far in between. Like we gotta wait a while, whereas like Yakuza games come out all the time. So it just doesn't feel as monumental. When there's a Xenoblade update or a Xenoblade game or something, it's just different because look at how long it takes for us to get Xenoblade games. Xenoblade 1, 2010. Xenoblade 2 or Xenoblade X, that did come out 2010, 2015. So 5 years. Xenoblade 2, that one was short. Xenoblade 2 was 2017. That's not bad. But then Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that was what, 2022. So that was a whole 5 year, plus wait. We did get some DLCs in between that. Torna, we got that in 2018. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, got that in 2023. But those are shorter experiences that don't last as long. So really, since 2010, we've got 3 Xenoblade games, or no, 4 Xenoblade games total. That's it, since 2010. So it's been 16 years. We have 4 games and a couple different side games, like, side DLCs to play that are much shorter. But 4 real games in 16 years. Whereas Yakuza, they have 4 games in like a year. Like even like the newest game, it doesn't come with 2 games? Like, it's like Yakuza Kiwami Dark Tides Extra Super Edition. Kiwamiing through this game's the best. Like it's like all sorts of stuff. They got games where you're playing as pirates. Majima, eye patches and spinning around, and it's like Dynasty Warriors, and like it's like, okay, sure, and everyone's like, oh my god, yeah, like, oh, it's like, okay, sure, no problem, enjoy, have fun, right? So it's like these games come out all the time, and they're good games. Don't get me wrong, they're good. You got Yakuza 0, that's a remake or a re-release. The original game, it's like they come out so much, like a Dragon and the Like a Dragon Infinite World. So there's been like 4+ games in the last like 2 or 3 years. So, the Studio Ben is another I expect to get shut down by Sony. No new game from them over 6 years. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they got something cooking right now. You missed your calling to do the voiceover for one of the Muppets. I did miss it. Kermit. Now let me tell you something. Sony's the best. Let's see here. Featuring Dante and Devil May Cry series. Yeah. I was really enjoying Dragon Quest 7. Dropped it immediately today. Yeah. I gotta drop Dragon Quest 7, man. I gotta drop Dragon Quest 7 right now for Xeno. I gotta drop it because now it's running just so beautiful. And it looks incredible. The graphics look great. I gotta drop it, bro. Paper Mario character mod for Smash is so good. You should check it out. Nah, I think I'll pass. But thank you for letting me know about it. I appreciate it. But I ain't gonna play a Paper Mario character mod. What's the point of doing that? Like, I don't like Paper Mario that much where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go mod the game and then I'm gonna go jump around with Paper Mario. It's the same. It's just Mario, right? It's just the same Mario moveset. Or like, do they give him a new Paper moveset? I'll just wait for the new game. If they haven't been there, then I'll play it. But I ain't gonna not play Xenoblade or not play Dragon Quest or not play a Paper Mario mod, Smash mod? Nah, I'm good. Thanks for letting me know about it though. I appreciate it. For real. Let's see here. I actually really like a Dragon, Yakuza 7. Oh no, I'm not saying that the games are bad. The games are good. Like the game, I played Yakuza 0. I thought it was great. Like the games are really good. I don't dislike the games. I'm just saying, like, the reason why a lot of people are just dropping it is because Xenoblade is it's a very rare thing. Like, we don't get a lot of Xenoblade games. Like I said, we get 4 games in 16 years. That's it. And if you want to count the DLCs, okay, you can count the DLCs, but those aren't, like, we'll just count Future Redeemed and we'll count. So we got 6 games in 16 years. Like, that's not a very high average. 6 games in 16 years. So that's the thing. What's up, Jumpmon? Welcome. Can finally go back to Xenoblade. Yep. Paper Mario for Super Smash Bros. Sounds lame. Just set Just set him on fire. Just set fire to him. Yeah. I mean, well, Olimar is supposed to just be like the size of an ant. You're supposed to just be able to like step on him and he's done. But, you know, for some reason he's really big. At least really big compared to how big he actually is supposed to be. Olimar's like a little ant, you know? Small little tiny dude. But all of a sudden in Smash Brothers, he's like the size of like a dog? Like a small dog, maybe? I don't know. Oh, man. What's up, someone on Earth? Welcome to the stream, man. There are Xeno X icons on Switch Online for anyone interested in that. Hasn't seen it? Nice, let's go, broads. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I think I got most of them last time. Did they put out new ones, or did they just re-release the old ones? Let's see here. Cyber Torch with the $10 dono says, Super OJ, Yakuza Pirate Streamer in Hawaii 3 Revenge of the JRPG Gold Edition coming in 2026 at the Game Awards, which will sadly mean it's dead on arrival. You know what? I don't know why you are condemning my game before my game even comes out. Cybertorch, I don't like your attitude or tone. You win the Super Bowl and you think that you're just better than everyone else just because you won the Super Bowl. Just because your team won the Super Bowl, you think that you're just better than me. Well, you are better than me, but still, you don't have to come and rub it in my face, okay? You don't have to rub it in my face. Goodness gracious. Shout out to Cybertorch, I appreciate that. Combo breaks. Don't mind me and my losing budget broke 49ers, my JV ghetto version of the Buffalo Bills from the early 90s. Don't mind me while we lose Super Bowl after Super Bowl. I'll just be here crying in the corner when this stream goes off. Thank you for the 10, Cybertorch. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Jakey, man, letting us know Kingdom Hearts is even less, yet you Nintendo fans won't agree. Sad thing. I don't know what you're talking about, Jakey, but you're right, man. You're smarter than everybody here. You know everything. Everything that you say is correct. You're the master exposer. You know more. Us Nintendo fans, we're just really stupid, dude, and you are smart and you know. So, I mean, I bow down to you and your knowledge of Kingdom Hearts and whatever you're talking about. I'm not even arguing, dude. You're right. All right? You're better, dude. I got you. Congrats. Let's see here. We are, at least for the next 12 months. Yeah. Let's see. We stole your tight ends coach after winning the Super Bowl. You can have him. Keep freaking, you can have him. You know why you can have him? Because damn near Kittle keeps on getting hurt. Give me somebody new that'll keep Kittle healthy. You can have the damn tight ends coach. Let's see here. Just smile. Yeah, just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Just, yeah, sure. I'm not arguing with nobody. Y'all notice I'm not arguing with people that just come here just to be talking about how stupid Nintendo fans are, or how stupid I am, or how, oh, you're exposed. It's like, okay, man, you win. You're good. No problem. You're right. We're wrong. And like I said, start a channel. Go ahead, grift. You can make money. It's a viable. I mean, it's a miserable existence. But I mean, it's a way to do something, you know. So, where did this weirdo get that confidence? He ain't a weirdo. He's smarter than everybody, bro. You know. Cold 44 says 4 more days or a few more days for Fallout 4. A few more days for Fallout 4. When's Fallout? Is Fallout 4? Oh, it's coming out soon for the Switch 2, or which one are you talking about? Yeah, they don't even say how. I mean, I already know how it is, guys, so it's all good, man. It ain't no big deal, bro. I appreciate you guys coming out here, whether, you know, one way or another. Hit that like button, though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. 117 on the streak, too. We out here. Let's go. Let's see here. You love Nintendo fans, but you don't love Nintendo. I'm happy that you don't love an entity. They're a company. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should love any company. I mean, you know, take them out to dinner, take them out to eat, like, you know, maybe marry them. It's good that you don't love basically a stock, like, you know, a stock or value. That's not good. That's not good to love them. But yeah, you don't have to like Nintendo. Nobody's asking you to like Nintendo or love Nintendo. You don't have to. So that's good, man. I'm glad that, like I said, you got your priorities straight. Switch 2 version of Xenoblade 2. When you see them dropping it, OJ, when do I see them dropping it? I see them dropping it maybe at the next Nintendo Direct. they'll have release dates. So maybe March or April, we'll get some information, and maybe they'll be like late summer-ish type of games. We'll see, though. We'll see what they do with it. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, and I concur that it's indeed a mess of a series, both lore-wise and release-wise. Yeah. I mean, I already know that, just because I've played the games before. And yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I agree. Shout outs to the 187 on the combo board, though, guys. We are out here. 13 more combos for a 2 times platinum tonight on JoJo Thursday, apparently. Let's go. Just saying to check out the gameplay on YouTube, not to play Paper Mario mod or anything. Okay, yeah. I'll be honest, I probably won't medal forever. But if you link me on Twitter, I probably will. That's the thing. Like, so if you link it to me on Twitter, or if you DM me it or something, or even email me it and say, hey, OJ, check this out, because I'll probably forget. I will forget. You know, so that's the main reason why I say I'm probably not going to, is because I'll probably just forget. But if you DM me it, or if you, like I said, you link it to me or something, then I'll probably watch it. So if you want me to watch it, yeah, man. Like I said, just link me on Twitter, say, hey, OJ, check out this Paper Mario gameplay. I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll do it then. But yeah, I'll probably forget if you just tell me to like, watch it right now, and I won't remember. Because like, here's the thing that happens, Battle. After I'm done streaming, my brain goes into, like, it just goes into like off-season mode. I'm thinking about, oh, my wife made some dinner. I'm thinking, oh, here's my boy. I'm thinking, okay, what games am I just gonna play casually? I'm not thinking about like watching a bunch of video game stuff and all that. I'm just thinking about playing with my son. I'm thinking about, you know, making sure my wife is okay. I'm thinking about, like, you know, whatever food she cooked. I'm thinking about, okay, what do I got to do for like tomorrow? Like, do we have to, like, you know, go out? Do I have errands to run? Like, I'm thinking like boring adult stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think about watching weird like mod videos and all that after I'm done with the stream. That's why I kind of just brush it aside, because I just don't. But if you link it to me, like, while I'm working, like, while I'm editing, that's when I watch and I look at all you guys' stuff. So if you guys send me stuff, I'll always watch it, or I'll respond while I'm editing. Because, like, there's always a lot of downtime while you're editing. You just have to listen to yourself. Like you have to just, obviously, you clip and you put together things, and you have to, like, cut out parts that I mess up. But there's a lot of just me just sitting here just like this, you know, like, while I edit. So that's when I look at all you guys' stuff. Like, that's when I respond to people on Twitter or things like that. It's like when I'm editing. Or if I'm just like lying down in my bed and I've got nothing to do, like right before I go to sleep, I might respond to people on Twitter and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of the time that's what I do. So, but if you don't have Twitter, you can email me if it's really that you know, if you really want me to see it that bad, you can email me. Absolutely, you can email me. Yeah. PlayerEssence30@gmail.com. It's also on my homepage too. Is getting Expedition 33 on Switch too realistic? What frame rate do you think we would get? Yes, Expedition 33. I think that's coming, and you would get 60 FPS. Why wouldn't you? Justin with the $3.
Did you ever check out that video about the PC handheld fan liking the Switch too after he had a kid that I sent you on X?
You did send me that, and I was set to watch. I put it in my watch later, but I have not watched it yet. I'm going to watch it. I do want to watch that video, though. I do want to watch that vid. But yes, I do have it in my queue. I just didn't get around to it when you sent it. I think I watched at the very beginning of it, but I haven't seen the full thing. But I am definitely going to watch it, because it seems like it's a good video. Let's see. Xenoblade X Switch 2 Edition hitting the charts already on the eShop. Very good. Yeah. Resident Evil 9 next week also. Yeah, Resident Evil 9 is next week. Oh my gosh, there's too many games. And then right after that, it's Monster Hunter Stories 3. And then right after that, it's Pragmata. Oh my gosh. And then there's gonna probably be a Nintendo Direct where they're gonna announce. Oh my, it's packed. It's packed, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's packed. But yeah, I expect Expedition 33 to come over. I expect it to be 60 FPS. I don't expect it to be less than 60, just because it's a turn-based RPG. I don't know why it would need to be anything like less than 60. Yeah, we got Pocopia in March. Yeah, Pocopia in March, which I'm gonna play Pocopia. That's a. I want to check the game out, but that's also a business decision to play Pocopia. So I'm gonna be playing that game. I'm definitely gonna be playing that game. Just out a DM for your records for an hour, OJ. It's a 10-point summary of the larger book written describing the state of the video game industry. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. That might even be a video, maybe. Justin, thank you. My backlog is cooked. Yeah, my backlog is crazy. Sounds like it's gonna be a packed direct. Probably going to be a pack direct, my boy. Probably going to be a pack direct. Absolutely. What do you think will win Game of the Year? It's too early to tell. A lot of the best games haven't came out yet this year. I do think Resident Evil 9 will be a nominee for Game of the Year. Resident Evil 9 so far. But if GTA 6 launches, then that's obviously the front runner for Game of the Year. We'll see about Crimson Desert. But right now, we don't have a lot of like, okay, what's going to be Game of the Year? Like, there aren't like a lot of like surefire nominees right now. But I do think by the end of the year, we'll have our 6 games for nominees for Game of the Year. But I would say right now, I think GTA 6 is a sure bet. Like, that's probably going to be Game of the Year. But, you know, the Crimson Desert game, we'll see about that game as well. And Resident Evil 9, I think Resident Evil 9 is going to get nominated too. Resident Evil games, the big Resident Evil games usually get nominated for Game of the Year. I'm not sure if someone already asked this question, but do you think they'll drop Xenoblade Chronicles X2, Torna, and Xenoblade Chronicles X3 Switch 2 upgrades? Yeah, I do think that they're going to eventually do everything, Lesman. I do think that they're going to do everything eventually, but we'll see exactly when and how they do it. Like, what's the monetization, how they're going to get all that done, you know? By the way, get after. Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Welcome. What's up, Cal? Currently list moved the backlog because Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yep, I think a lot of people just said Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming out. Let's go. You know, let's go. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the Sony situation too, because like I want to read off what Herman Hulst said. I know I said I was going to do that, but that was like an hour ago. So Herman Hulst said this about Bluepoint. He said, "Hello, everyone." I think this was like an email or something he sent out to the team, or something he sent out just to people. "Hello, everyone. I wanted to share an important update from the studio business. As I mentioned in the December Town Hall 2025, had some strong highlights within PlayStation Studios. Ghost of Yotei launched a critical and commercial success. Death Stranding 2 on a Beach further showcased our commitment to narrative excellence." Yo, did Death Stranding 2 flop? Wait, how come Death Stranding 2 didn't launch the critical and commercial success? I mean, obviously it was a critical success. But did Death Stranding 2 flop? Because he didn't say anything about the commercial success and they didn't talk about the sales. Death Stranding 2 might have flopped. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. Commitment to narrative and narrative excellence. And Helldivers 2 and MLB The Show continue to drive ongoing player engagement and revenue. At the same time, we're operating in an increasingly challenging industry environment, rising development costs and slowed industry growth, changing player behavior, and broader economic headwinds that are making it harder to build games sustainably. To navigate this reality, we need to continue adapting and evolving. We've taken a close look at our business to ensure we are delivering today. We're delivering today while still well positioned for the future. As a result, we will be closing Bluepoint Games in March. Damn, that's like a 0 to 100. Like, we want to take a close look at our business to ensure we're delivering today while still well positioned for the future. As a result of that, Bluepoint, you guys are done. Like, there was no like, okay, we've looked and we've evaluated different aspects of our business, and we think that in this sector we're doing okay, and in this we're doing good, but we had some redundancies in remakes. It's just, as a result, Bluepoint, you're fired. Like, god dang! Never trust someone with a boomerang hairline. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3 or 4 times. Boomerang hairlines just cannot be. Herman Hulst and that batarang hairline can just not be completely trusted. I mean, you can't trust anybody, for the most part, with anything. You can't completely trust anybody, but especially boomerang hair, like batarang hairlines, you just can't trust them. All right, anyway, let's continue on here. The decision was not made lightly. Bluepoint is an incredible, talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. I want to thank everyone at Bluepoint for their creativity, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. You're fired. No, he didn't say that. Where possible, we will work to find opportunities for some impacted employees within our global network of studios. While I know this is hard news to hear, I'm confident in the direction we're headed. Creativity, innovation, and building unforgettable experiences for players remain at the heart of PlayStation Studios. We have a robust roadmap for FY 2026, and we look forward to in the month. Okay, we have a robust roadmap for FY26 with much to look forward to in the months ahead. Sorry, guys, it's kind of small on my screen here. Thank you for your hard work and continued support. Best, Herman Boomerang Hairline Holst, CEO of Studio Business Group. Yeah, like I said, I think Herman Holst did a good job of building up the Horizon IP to where he got to where he was, but I think this is a bad decision. And the reason why I say this is a bad decision because you already let go of Sony Japan Studios. You already obviously got rid of the Concord developer, Firewalk, okay, whatever on that one. Although Herman Holst himself said that he personally said that Concord is going to be something special. He's the one who greenlit Concord. He's the one who said, Concord, I'm the one. Me. Sorry. Anybody who gets the joke, it's funny, but if most of you guys probably don't get that. I'm the one who greenlighted Concord. I'm the one who's let go of Bluepoints. Me. Herman Holst, CEO, Studio Business Group. Yeah, this is a bad decision. It's a bad decision. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Let's see here. What? Bluepoint got fired? Crazy? Yeah, Bluepoint's done. Bluepoint is done. Keep bleeding talent. I don't. Yeah, seriously, man. Like, I don't get this one. I think this one. Like, the problem is that it's Herman Holst and Jim Ryan. They're the ones who told Bluepoint to make a live service God of War game. They're the ones who told Bluepoint to do that. They're the ones who told Bluepoint to do that. So I don't know why they get the brunt end. Like, it's like Bluepoint, you bought them for remasters, re-releases, and remakes. What Bluepoint has done, I think I screenshotted it here. Somebody made a post about this on a screenshot. Collections, screenshot. Actually, no, I didn't get a screenshot of it. My bad. But like, they've done so many good games over the course of the years. Like, a lot of their games review really well. Their remasters and re-releases, like Uncharted, Shadow of the Colossus, what else? Demon Souls. They've done the Ico PS3 stuff that they did back in the day. Like, they've done a lot of great stuff. So the fact that, you know, out of all of that time, like, you bought them because of remasters. They make, you know, under your control, well, right after their control, they say, okay, we're buying you because of all of your remaster work. And instead of letting them do remasters, and they can pump out a good remaster, probably a good remake or remaster every couple years, you probably could have got a solid Jak and Daxter 4K, 120 FPS, or maybe even 8K, right? Like, you could have got a solid Jak and Daxter remake or re-releases probably every 2 to 3 years. We probably could have got 2 or 3 of them from them at this point if they finished it right after Demon Souls. 2022, another one. 2024, maybe another one. And then maybe now 2026, another one if they're doing remasters. Just like straight up, maybe not remakes, but remasters. But instead of doing that, Herman Holst and Jim Ryan, they put them on a God of War live service game. How do you tell them you buy them for remasters? They do a great job with the remasters, and the remasters sell okay. Not incredible, but pretty good, okay. And then you put them on a live service game, and then you cancel the live service game, and then shut them down. That makes no sense. You're the one who ruined the studio. You should fire yourself. So, I don't know, man. That just seems cruel. It just seems very cruel to buy them to make remasters and re-releases and then put them on a live service game. That just seems insane to me. They don't make live service games. Why did you think they'd be able to make a live service game? They don't make live service games. They're old Retro Studios devs. You think that they're going to do... You think that they grew up in the old school era. They like old stuff. They like old games. They're good at old. They're not good at live service God of War games. Like, who does that? At the bare minimum, it should have been like a God of War 3 remake or remaster. that we gotta, and then maybe you just remake that multiplayer from the God of War and say, hey, look, here's a standalone God of War Ascension multiplayer, because that's stuck on the PS3 or whatever, or stuck on whatever system it's on, and then just do a God of War 3 remaster. I don't know, man. This is weird.
Hey OJ, I think Herman Hulst took the message of gamers want single-player games more than live service to think that remake studios are not needed, so Bluepoint was dead weight.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is what they're gonna do now. Is that I think now, since they have Microsoft creating remasters and re-releases, sometimes a Gears of War E-Day and certain remakes that are probably going to do well and be multi-platform, you're getting all that. So I think that maybe they thought it was dead weight. Maybe they thought that they don't need them anymore. People aren't buying, like Sony fans aren't buying single player remasters and remakes. They probably evaluated all the sales. I'm going to get copyrighted. Hold up, guys. Shout out to Persona 3 Mass Destruction. It's a good song, but they probably looked at all the different games that they've sold, you know, between Ico and everything like that, and said, you know what, these games don't sell that well. Bluepoint, that's all they do. It's a pretty expensive, you know, company to run. If they can't create live service, if they can't create new games, what's the point of having them around anymore? And they just said, yeah, they're expendable. So yeah, that could be it too. Herman Hulst, it's time to shave the head. What he really needs is that he needs one of those barbers, like the gosh, I forgot. There's like a white guy from Kentucky that's on Instagram, and he's like the like, you know, like the smooth black barbers that fix brothers' hairlines that are all the way pushed back, like, but he's like the white version of that, and he's like in Kentucky. Like, he needs just to go to that guy, and he'll just get him with like a nice burst fade, and then he'll fix it. He'll style the hair, and he'll come. You know, that's all he needs to do. He don't even really need to shave the whole head. He just needs the barber to come through for him. But outside of that, that's okay. Like, we don't listen. Herman Hulst, he's rich. He's obviously somewhat famous. You know, I don't think he cares about his hairline. I think that's the last thing that Herman Hulst cares about, especially with all these cancellations and closing and the business right now, where you're making the most money that you've ever made in PlayStation history. You're making the most profit that you've ever made in PlayStation history. Yet for some reason, you still have to let go of developers. Yet you're making the most profit and the most revenue ever. I think he's more worried about that than his hairline. I can tell you that right now. And I think that the stress is actually causing his hairline to go back when you have to make decisions like this, you know? So I think that's the problem, man. Sent to Turkey, yeah. He'll just fire the people once. He's gonna go do his hair transplant. He's like, you know what? We acquired you. He gets the hair transplant done, then he fires them right after he acquires them. He finishes the hair transplant, and he says, all right, yeah, we bought you guys, we fired you guys. You guys are all good. You're relieved of your post. Please leave. You know? I think that's what's happening right there, bro. Says Sony's bosses always look like bomb guns. Sometimes Nintendo's bosses kind of look like Yakuza villains, you know what I'm saying? Like Yamauchi and Kimishima. Furukawa doesn't. He looks like a nerd that works at he looks like Toad. Okay, he looks like Captain Toad. With glasses. Some of Nintendo's old bosses kind of look like, I mean, Iwata looked like a huggable bit, like Build-A-Bear. But some of Nintendo's old bosses definitely look like, you know, Yakuza bosses, villains. You're fired! No, I mean, as soon as you get bought by Sony, all of a sudden, bruh, like, this is what starts playing. Like, this is what, like, when you get... this is what starts playing as soon as you get hired by Sony. You know? As soon as you get hired. I'm telling you, you're fired. You want a damn place in mind. It's just a matter of time, cause you got no chance. No chance. Bluepoint, man. They got no chance, bro. He's just out here like Vince McMahon. This is like a Herman Hulst. Somebody got to put Herman Hulst's head on here. This is a Herman Hulst. Vince McMahon, he looked like Herman Hulst. He looked like him too. They look alike. Oh, here being, I hear Herman Holsting being Vince McMahon. No chance, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you, man. That's what it feels like. Some of the Sony Japan studios, you got no chance, bro. You got no chance. It's Sony Japan out. As soon as Concord, that, you know what, that music played. That music was what's it called? When Concord was coming out, bro, it was like there was no chance. Like Concord was worse than Highguard in the fly. Bro, Concord launched, there was like 3 people playing. Like 3 people playing, bro. It was like MBG, Herman Holst, and like Kaz Harai. Those like the 3 people that were playing the game, bro. There was like, those are the only 3 people playing the game. Like, not even the devs weren't even playing. They're like, nah, we out. We good. The devs didn't even want to play their own game on launch, bro. That was no chance. That was no chance, you know, in hell. That was 100%. Let's see here. Simeon Quinn with the $7 says, evening, OJ, just getting in. Music Vector Man, staying alive. I agree that hair loss occurs, stress, but I can't prove it. This man theme. I think it's kind of scientifically proven that stress can cause hair loss, though. So, but I think that boomerang, I think that the boomerang hairline, that's genetics. Like, that's just genetics. Like, but that's okay. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having a boomerang hairline. Like, if you have a boomerang, I mean, it's like, he's super successful. He's rich. You know, like he's the leader. I mean, like most people will take a boomerang hairline for like what position that he's in. So, not me, but like. Not me, but most other people would for sure. All right, let's see here. Thank you for the $7 though. All right, Vector Man, staying alive. Let's see here. Didn't Vince got fired from the company? He did kinda, because too many. He had a lot of misconduct. A lot of misconduct. Thank you for the $7. Yo, oh, the 7 was a cleanup. Let's go so we can get to the 200 on the overclock. Hey, yo, let's go. Appreciate that. Big love. Combo breaks. We going further than beyond. And you guys know what's next. Limit break. 2 times platinum. Let's go. Shout out City of Court. Stay poor, OJ. Yeah, you know what? Bro, I'm so comfortable in my skin. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. I'll keep it a buck, man. Not even LeBron James. Not, well. Wait. Like, give me some time to think about LeBron James. But for 99.9% of people, absolutely, I like being me. Maybe LeBron. But pretty much everybody else, no, I'm good. I'm exactly good with being who I am. You know? I'm exactly good with being who I am. So. Exactly good. Widow speak, go to Turkey, get the implant. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. Yeah, you guys know I don't like to lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to lie. So like my brain just went, the angel or whatever on my shoulder just hit me. Just like like I just malfunctioned. I just got a quick little malfunction right there. That's not 100% true. It's not 100% true. So I had a little malfunction right there. My brain just went like that's why I said I don't like playing what's it called? Among Us. Because my brain was going out. My brain was frying while playing that game. Literally frying while playing that game. Let's see here. Imagine if Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric got a Lyric remaster. That game sucks, Ninmar. Like, why would I imagine a game of that tragedy being remastered? It's not very good. Even if it ran at 4K 60 frames per second, it's still a bad game. We don't like me lying, crying, Jim Ryan. Yeah, hold up. I came here thinking this was Nintendo Direct this week. Nash Weedle said so. Listen, man. Chris the Shriner dog. Listen. Oh, man. We cannot confirm these things, bruh. They're things that just happen. Good. Dude, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is one of the worst games that I've ever played. Go watch my review. I have a review on this channel of that game where I'm like holding up the game and I'm just like, oh, this is terrible. That game is not good. It is not a good game at all. It's just not. So I can't imagine if it got a remaster. How about this, Ninmar? How about you imagine Xenoblade Chronicles X getting a remaster? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to imagine. It's real. Go play that. That's what we need to do. You know? But this is, bro, when you said some people would take the boomerang hairline for that kind of money, I was like, not me. Right before you said it, I started dying. Some people, in today's day with how dated it is, sometimes, bro, you can have all this money in a boomerang hairline, bro. That boomerang hairline will hold you back. That boomerang hairline might hold you back further than having money. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like, you're like, oh, what? You're like, oh, let's go date. I'll go on a date. I got money. Oh, well, you got a boomerang hairline. I ain't going out with you. Bro, so, yeah, man, I mean, not me, though. Boondocks. Not me, though. Oh, man. Now, let's see here. Piero is only one you could 100% trust with leaks. Yeah, Piero was pretty good. Apparently, he had information, like back-end information stuff. Nate the Hate's not bad either. Like, he's pretty solid. Not 100%, but he's pretty solid. The Vegeta hairline is even worse. I mean, the boomerang hairline and the Vegeta hairline are essentially pretty much the same thing. Those are pretty much, it's like when it goes like, you know, like you have like a McDonald's M on your head, like a Majin M. Like, they're the same thing. They're like pretty much the same thing. The Vegeta. Yeah, the Vegeta's tough, man. The Vegeta's tough. It's tough to get around. But like the bombers can fix the Vegetas, but it's just really hard to fix the Vegeta. But if you have a Vegeta hairline, that's okay. It's no big deal. I mean, one, it's Vegeta, so that's cool. Like, Vegeta's cool. But two, you can just put the shampoo, put the mousse, you know, and especially if you got like a white man Vegeta, that one's way easier to deal with than a brother Vegeta. Like a black person Vegeta, like if it's a Hispanic Vegeta, an Asian Vegeta, or a white Vegeta, like those are way easier to deal with because you guys' hair is like bouncy. So you can pull the, you know, you can pull the burst fade. You can pull the burst fade with the slick forward. A black Vegeta, you can't do that with your hair. I mean, you can, but you can just try to get it a little bit, but it just looks weird. You can't really do that. So if you've got the Vegeta as a white guy, it's much easier to deal with if you want to go like get one of those miracle barbers to fix it up, you know. So yeah, you can try exactly the pull for like where like you just, I've seen it all the time. Like I said, that Kentucky barber guy, check him out on Instagram. Just look up Kentucky white guy barber. He'll pop right up, and he always fixes the guys' hairs that they have. They got Vegetas. They got like the Doug Funny haircut where there's only like 3 strands of hair on the top and a bunch of hair on the side. The Hogan, well, no, Hogan was bald, but like they got like where there's barely any hair right here, but there's a bunch of hair here. So then they pull they like, you know, where they have it to where like, you know, now if you pull your hair back, there's a lot of forehead there to, you know, but you know, listen, it's better than nothing. Okay, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Hey, what's up, Juice Music? Welcome. The Golden Arch, yeah. The Golden Arch. What's up, players? This is off topic, but the new trailer for Mario Galaxy movie There's what looks like Fox McCloud out of the camera. Do you think that's him or Toad's backpack? I don't think it's Fox McCloud, but if that was Fox McCloud, that would be crazy if that was him. That would be wild. Vegeta's confidence. Exactly. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, it's not about your hair, if you have a hairline or not. It's not about if you have a hairline or not, or if you're thinning like me, or receding, or anything like that. That's not what really matters, bro. What matters is the heart and determination. And I'm not just saying this to try to be funny. Like, I am saying it in a comedic tone, but I really mean it. This is like truth. It's like the black comedics that are out there. Like when they start telling their stories of like what happened. It's like joking, but it's like a lot of it's like true. So this is like true. It does not matter about your hairline. It does not matter about how much hair. You could be bald. You could be super bald. It don't matter. What all that matters, man, is that you are confident and you are having fun and you are enjoying and you are working and you're feeling fulfilled and you're here in the stream hitting the like button. I think those are all the different things that truly matter. Like, you hit the like button, that's what matters in this life, okay? But no, honestly, it's just about, like I said, getting fulfillment. Where, you know, your job, what are you striving to do, taking care of your family, you know what I'm saying, being exercising, working out, being healthy, you know what I'm saying, maximizing your life, maximizing your potential. That's really what it comes down to. Whether you've got hair on top of your head or not, that doesn't matter. Bald is bald, whatever, who cares? You can wear toupee, who cares? You know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, for real. Yeah, to be honest, that's the truth. Nobody truly does. I mean, you'll get clowned and roasted maybe if your hairline's not good, but at the end of the day, nobody truly cares about that. Floyd Mayweather's bald. He's okay. A lot of guys, look at Jeff Bezos. Does anybody care about Jeff Bezos' hairline? Absolutely not. They all want to be friends with him because he's got a ton of money. So, like, that's the thing. Like, it don't really matter at the end of the day. Like, it really does not matter. Like, my wife even said the same thing. She was like, oh, you can just go bald. Like, she's like, you can just shave it. She's like, look, you're thinning. It's not good. You know, your hairline. She's like, just go bald. I'm like, there ain't no reason for me to go bald right now. I can just go bald. If I'm going to go bald, let me just go bald now. Let me bald gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to push me off. Like, stop trying to push me off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it doesn't. And like I said, I've had, you know, before I got with my wife, you know, other girls are like, oh yeah, you'd be bald. It's no big deal. Like, they didn't care. Like, most of them don't. Now, some do. If you go and pop the balloon, yeah, they'll care. But like, a lot of people will not care. Like, you just, like I said, you take care of everything else, you'll be good. You know? The internet cares more about your hair than absolutely. Absolutely, the internet. It's more of an internet thing than or IRL thing. IRL does not matter. You know how many bald people I come across? And like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I played football. You know how many bald guys on the football team? A lot of people are bald because it's hot. Under the helmet, you just wear. If you have no hair, then it's easier to sweat better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so like, you know how many bald people I can? I didn't say a word to any of them. I didn't say a single thing to any of them. I think I made like a couple bald jokes with MVG, and that's it. Like, I made like 2 bald jokes with him out of the whole time that I've known MVG for like since like 2018, 2017. I've known him, like, been working with him on the Spawncast and stuff. I have made like 2 bald jokes in the whole time that I've known him. You know. IRL people will not. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jeff Bezos laughs like a super villain. At least he's super rich though. Yeah. Hair fibers can be hit or miss. Some barbers adding too much. Yeah. Some of them use like the polish and then like the hair fiber. Look, it looks too crazy. It looks too crazy. But like I said, that Kentucky guy doesn't really add hair fibers. What he does, he just combs it forward and then gives you, like, styles it for you. Makes it look nice. I may be bald, but I don't want to be hermit. Yeah, man. Yo, is it Regism 87? Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. If you guys have questions, hit the like button. No, if you have questions, tag me at, hit the like button. But if you have questions, tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence by itself. Also, Chrono Trigger. We finally get into Chrono Trigger. Okay, so Chrono Trigger, I made a video on this, so make sure you check out that video for the full details. But an actual notable leaker says that Square Enix is already working on Chrono Trigger. So apparently that's already happening. So good on that one. So it looks like Chrono Trigger is going to happen at some point. It is going to happen at some point. So yeah, it's a Spawn Wave hanging on to the. Yeah, it's hanging on, man. He hanging on. I mean, listen, bro. Sometimes it happens that way, bro. He got 3 kids. So I'm surprised he still even has You know, I'm surprised that hairline hasn't completely disintegrated. To be honest, to keep it a buck, like, I mean, and he made the same thing too. I think Sean made a bald joke with John, and John was like, "Yeah, I'm lucky he's like, at least I have any left, you know, because it's like he's got 3 kids, he's got a wife, you know, he's got family and stuff. So I mean, like, I know if I had 3 kids, man, my hair would probably be gone, bro. I mean, I got 2, but you know, it's not as stressful for me having 3 kids all under one house. Listen, I'm not here to talk about my homie John's going bald or not. I don't care, bro. John's my homie. Whether he's bald or not, it does not matter. It does not matter, bro. Like, it does not matter whether he's bald or not. Let him, if he wants to hold on to his hair, let him hold on to his hair. If he doesn't, that's fine too. He might end up like Stephen Totillo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Stephen Totillo, a tan hut, where the hairline start like when if he in the military, like. He might end, and if he ends up like Steve, like if he ends up with the Totillo, then he ends up with the Totillo, man. You know, like it is what it is. You know, it's fine. I just realized though, Steven, he's been bald for like 30 years, bro. I've been watching Steven. Steven Totillo, that's the crazy thing is like his hairline been like that like 20 years. Like when he used to write for like Kotaku or whatever, I used to read about his hairline been like that for like, I don't even understand. Like we like the same age or something like that. His hairline been like that for like 20, 30 years. It's crazy. Oh man, bro. It been that far, like it been that far back for a hot minute, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, if it ends up like y'all, yeah. Shout out to Stephen Totillo. He did a good job with the whole finding out about the 10-cent thing, you know. But I mean, but like, I'm just saying, like, if John ever gets to this point where it's like, you know, where it's looking. It's just so far back. It's just so far back. If John ever gets to this point, I might advise him to shave it. If it ever gets to the point to where it's this far back, but I shout out, like I said, shout outs to Stephen Totillo, man. He's awesome. He does a great job, but I swear his hairline's been like this for like 30 years, like 20. He's not old either. Like, I don't think he's old. I'm not sure. Oh, man, I'm not sure, bro. I don't know what's going on right now. I think I've lost control of my stream at this point, man. I think I've lost control. I think, did he shave it? I think no, he didn't. It looks like it's went further back even since then. It's actually went even further back. So yeah. It looks like it's still going. Man, he still kind of has it though, because it's like as like you can still see some of it like on the edges, like, so it's still kind of there, but it even went further back than that last picture that we saw. Like it even went further back, so there is definitely something eclipsing the back and the edges, you know. But like I said, I'm thinning too, so you know my hair is not, you know, I'm also thinning that, but I don't know, man. Shout outs to Stephen Totillo though. Shout outs to him, man. He's, like I said, he's done a great job over the years. Done a great job. Great job, man. Is it Boss Baby? Oh man, Boss Baby, bro. Yeah, he's been for 20 years. He's been doing this. Like I said, I remember reading his articles back in like 2008 or 2009. I remember reading his articles like a long time ago, man. So I remember reading that a long time ago. Good stuff though. Good stuff. Shout outs to him. Hey, what's up, Caps Paranormal? PlayStation is out of control. I mean, to a degree. I mean, there's some issues there. Justin with the 3. Appreciate that, Justin.
Has Nintendo almost announced something every week, and that hairline is the definition of hold the line.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, it really is the definition of hold that bro, it's that line. It's like Microsoft right now. When hold the line, that line gone, bro. It might as well just go multi-plat. Just go multi-balled at that point. Let me answer your question. As Nintendo, I mean, yeah, I think Nintendo pretty much wants to have at least like one thing announced pretty much every week. Yeah, but like one thing announced pretty much every week. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think they've really missed a week. You know, for a while now. So they pretty much always had like some type of announcement. So Steve, I mean, that's worse than Stephen A, bro. That's worse. That's worse than Stephen A. Stephen A's is actually way better in comparison. So yeah, I think he used to work at Kotaku, but but now he runs his own website called GameFile. And on GameFile, he, you know, interviews developers, he has sources, you know, he reviews games. He kind of does like a lot of different stuff. So balding at 6, that might be balding at 120 frames right there. That's an upgrade pack if I ever saw an upgrade pack. That's a $20 upgrade pack on that one. That's the $20 upgrade. Let's see. Reach the point of no. Yeah, it's reached the point of no return. I think Nintendo Land is gonna keep making Nintendo Direct videos until it's announced. Probably. That guy's kind of crazy, man. But he's like big Mario Zelda. Like he's just gonna keep going until he gets what he wants. So yeah. Interesting fellow. He tried to say that nobody's playing or nobody's buying Mario Kart World, and then like it sold like 10 million units, and he was like, "Oh, but still nobody's playing." Then it sold 14 million. He's like, "Oh well, yeah, that's just because it's bundled." And I'm like, "Okay." All right, buddy. He says that dude that said hold. Listen, I met do you guys know I met the guy that said hold the line? Did you guys know I met him? I met him at, I think he was like at, I think it was PAX, or it was something that was right next to the Nintendo in Seattle. I think it was 3 years ago in Seattle. I think I met him. I was there with, I met Endakuba, who's awesome. Endakuba's the greatest of all time. He does like Dragon Ball Z streams, and he does Nintendo stuff too, like on Twitch and on YouTube. He does Dragon Ball Z stuff. But I met Endakuba. I was hanging out with him. And I was hanging out with Kat, Casual Gamer. She does like cozy videos, and she's awesome too. And I was hanging out with Paul Gale too. I was hanging out with Paul Gale Network, and I met them. I was outside, and it was the Iron Lords podcast. All those guys. That dude's big. He's a big guy. He's a big dude. Dude's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a big dude. So yeah, I met him. He's cool, man. They were all cool. I met him. I met Lord Cognito. I met the big white guy too with the beard. That guy's cool too. I met all of them right outside. We were about to eat, and I met him outside there. It was fun.
I love asking normal questions or saying something normal while sneaking in something goofy.
Yeah, because it makes me laugh. So it's like I wanted to answer your question, but I was laughing at that. That's good when people do that. Thank you for another dono, Justin. I appreciate your support today, brother. You've been awesome. Yeah, the army guy. Yeah, the hold the line. I met him at like I said, I think they were at a different event though. I was at Nintendo Live 2023, like Seattle, like where they had New Super Mario Bros. Or no, not Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So like when I got to play that early, it was fun, man. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Even if it was just bundled, it's still crazy. People always try to water down Nintendo milestones. Yeah, like I mean, because like Mario Kart, the reason why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold so well is because of bundles. That's all. I mean, it sold well outside of bundles, But one of the reasons why it sold well was because of bundles. Because that got bundled every single holiday. Boom, here comes the Mario Kart bundle. Nintendo would move like 4 or 5 million of those, like almost every holiday by itself, just those bundles for the Mario Kart ones. They'd always sell out. You don't see those bundles. Like, if those bundles weren't selling out, you would still see them right now. But you don't see those Mario Kart bundles all the time because people would always buy them. So for 7, 8 straight years, Nintendo had the Mario Kart bundle, and it sold 4 to 5 million units a pop in the holidays. So because of the downloadable code for it. So a lot of those sales also came from, you know, the bundle sales. Yo, Rojo, thank you for the 14 months, man. I appreciate that. Let's go, Rojo, my boy. Let's go. Let go. MK was bundled with the extra updates. Also started with the booster course. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, Mario Kart, it still sells even outside of the booster, or even outside of the bundle. I think they still have sold like a few million outside of the bundle. What's up, Mr. Substantial? Welcome. What's up, baby? Hey, thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate you, fam. If you guys have more questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag Players by itself. I want to talk about Chrono Trigger, other Xenoblade updates, whatever you guys want to discuss. I am here. We still got more time on stream, so feel free to get those questions in, guys. Feel free to get those questions in. And I appreciate everybody watching my video. If you haven't seen my video on Xenoblade, I go more in depth on when we can see the next ones and all that. So if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. Also, I have a Chrono Trigger video that's doing really well, so you guys are watching that too, so I appreciate it. So thank you to everybody that's supported. But yeah, that's my latest video. Put it in your watch later. Watch it tonight if you want, while you're watching your while you're playing Xenoblade. What's up, Felipe? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Pokemon Day. Pokemon Day leaks? What's the Pokemon Day leaks? What happened? Let me double check. Sony is disgusting. I don't know if they're disgusting. It is what it is, man. We talk about that TCG booster or pocket thing booster pack, Paldean Wonders. Or what? Dustblood adverts also now appearing online. Looks like something's coming up here. Yeah, looks like we're getting promoted. The Dustbloods coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, looks like we're getting promotions for the Dustbloods. So it looks like something's going to be happening here soon. Probably March. I wouldn't be surprised if March we get something, an update, a big update. Maybe a Nintendo Direct, March or April. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Sony's disgusting. They made all that money, let Bluepoint go. Yeah, that kind of sucks, man. It kind of sucks. We will have to wait till May, man. We'll have to wait till May. There's no Pokemon Day on February 27th? Oh, you mean for the Nintendo Direct? I mean, maybe. Nintendo never really has Directs in May, though. So, I mean, outside of... I don't know if they've ever even had a big Nintendo Direct in May. So, I don't think it'll be May. I think maybe March, maybe April. I doubt May. But we'll see. I think we could get a Dustbloods Direct. Yeah, we could get a Dustbloods Direct. A big overview trailer and a Dustbloods Direct. Yep, that's true. They can also do that too. They can also do that as well. Yep, that is a. I probably say that's a higher possibility than getting like a Nintendo Direct like sooner. So, playing Xenoblade X, love the game. It runs at buttery smooth 60. Yes, it's very good. Now that it runs at 60, I've been waiting myself, so it's very, very good to see that it's running at 60 FPS. I love it as well. Very good. Yeah, Nintendo usually has Directs. The big, like, Switch 2, or, like, big Nintendo Directs are usually in February and March. Like, they usually don't do big Directs in April or May. No, they're usually February or March. But, once again, it could be different schedule this time, you know? Why are Sony and Xbox fans hyped for more of our graphics than they already struggled to make these big games? I don't really think it's all Microsoft and Sony fans. I think it's just the hardcore ones online that you see. I think most people that buy a Xbox or buy a PlayStation, they just buy regular games like Madden and Call of Duty and Battlefield and whatever the default graphics are, what are considered good, they're fine with that, you know. 60 FPS Xeno has changed my life. Yes, it's changing my life tonight because I'm gonna eat some. I always sound so stereotypical whenever I'm gonna eat some chicken. Hey, listen, man, my wife makes the best baked broiled chicken. It is so good. It's so good. The house thinks that the house is burning down when it's not. That's how good the chicken is. Okay, so I'm thinking about some chicken with some salad and some Xenoblade tonight, and also hanging out with my boy. So it's gonna be good. Nintendo sometimes has big directs like in June or July, but usually they'll have a big direct. Their spring direct, because where they have to announce all the games for like spring and summer. They usually have those in February or March. Well. I know, seriously. But listen, man, I'm telling you, my wife's baked broiled chicken, it is incredible. She marinates it for like hours, and then she puts it in she bakes it, and then they put it into like a custom broil, and then she drains the juices so it's not so like rubbery, and then and then it sits, and then it just all the seasoning just marinates and absorbs. It's some of the best chicken ever, man. It's so good. It's so good. Let's see. Wait, is this the first Xeno game at 60 FPS? This is officially the first Xeno game at 60 FPS. Yes, it is officially the first Xenoblade game ever to run on native Nintendo hardware at 60 FPS. All the Xeno games are at 30. It is. I think the more that they see Nintendo pushing out new games themselves, and are simply frustrated that Sony and Microsoft aren't pushing out similar big release of first party. I think there's definitely some frustration with some like core Microsoft and Sony fans that there's not more first party. Although Microsoft had a pretty good year last year. They had a lot of first party games. It's just muted because a lot of those games are multi-platform now too, you know. The day that they announced Astral Chain 2 Switch 2 Edition, it's gonna, and you know it's just gonna be a random thing where it's just gonna randomly drop and it's like $5 or something like that. You know it's just gonna be a random drop. I think Xenoblade now makes it more likely. Because Astral Chain and Xenoblade just always feel like the same vibe for some reason. They just feel like an offshoot. I guess because they have the same type of colors, you know, the like the blues and the blacks and all that, like the light blues. It just they just remind me of each other, even though they have nothing to do with each other really. I mean, they're both kind of like, they're both RPGs, although Astral Chain's a little bit of a different type of RPG, but action RPG. Like, they're both action RPGs, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it's more of like, you know, there's other elements to Astral Chain that's just very different, you know, than Xenoblade. But anyway, they remind me of each other, like super core for the niche, that just has crazy amounts of depth and vibe and weapons and abilities, and has crazy amounts of content, prologue or after content, you know, epilogue content. So yeah, I think that Astral Chain is just gonna be like a random, here it is, like trailer, boom, Astral Chain, go download it. And then people are gonna be like, why is it $5? Why is it $10? But I'm buying it. What's up, Nick93? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Yeah, it's the well actually. Yes, it's that one, Captain. Yes, that's exactly what it is. You know, 4K HDR possible for that game would look very nice on an OLED TV. Yeah. If we end up getting General Direct sometime next month, we could get a short scene of the Mario Galaxy movie. Maybe, yeah, it's possible because the movie will be out by April 1st, but they're already doing trailers and stuff like that, so I don't know. It might not. Forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer, and her mom's away. It was nice knowing y'all. Shout out to Alvin. Oh, man. I think the handheld mode is glitched, to be honest. The handheld mode, what, for Xenoblade, is glitched, or for what game? Upscale Xenoblade Chronicles X is a problem, though. I really hope they fix it. Handheld suffers the most from it. The handheld, it's glitched. The handheld mode. I have not played it in handheld mode yet. So yeah, maybe they'll push out a patch if it's glitched or something. I don't know. It's probably still better than playing it on the Switch 1 at this point, or even Switch 2 backwards compatible. What's glitched about it? Like the HDR is glitched or what? We'll probably get Astral Chain Switch 2 version before a sequel. We'll probably get an Astral Chain Switch 2 version before a sequel. Probably. I don't know if there's gonna be a sequel for Astral Chain. I mean, I know that Platinum Games had ideas, but I don't know if there's actually gonna be one. Tuda no longer works at Platinum Games. He left a while ago. So, I mean, no Tuda there. He was kind of the driving force behind the game. I mean, to me, it seems like they're probably just going to do like a Switch 2 edition. And it'll be like, maybe it'll be a one and done. Who knows? Considering most people who work, most people who made Astral Chain kind of left Platinums. I wouldn't say most people, but some of the notable people have left. Tuda-san to be one of them. But I don't know if most people have left there that worked on the game. Simicorn with the $5 dono. It says, just bought Xenoblade X upgrade and it plays smoothly with no problem after playing Dragon Quest 7. My past playtime is 68 hours and 8 minutes. My main level is level 31. Wait, hold up. What happened here? Oh, is it a different fireplace? Okay, cool. Just went to a different fireplace. How long is this one? Did it really go through 11 hours of fireplace? I really did cut through 11 hours of fireplace. Okay, this one's nice though. This one's not bad. Yeah, it's kind of cozy. But I kind of like my other one more, though. So I'm going to go back to my other one. I was looking at my screen. I'm like, what the heck is changing? All right, here we go. Back to my fireplace. All right, let me get this music here. Thank you for the $5 Simeon coin. Mega Man 7 Wily Final. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Simeon Coin. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. This might be a hot take, but I don't think every game needs a sequel. Yeah, I don't think every game needs a sequel. I mean, people always, like, if you like Astral Chain, though, it's like, I want to play more. Give me, like, more weapons, more abilities. But yeah, not everything needs one. I agree with that. Just got it from work, load up the Switch 2 and play Xenoblade. Excited? Nice, Captain. I'm excited for Chrono Trigger. Have been waiting for the remake remaster to Switch to play. Yes, I've been wanting it on Switch for a while now, so it's exciting that they're potentially going to do something here with this. Okay, Mega Man reminds me of the Star Force Legacy Collection comes out next month. Ooh, yeah, that does come out next month. I totally forgot about that game. Capcom is going crazy in this first quarter of the year. Did Zelda need a sequel? Yeah, I don't know. I think people at the time definitely felt that there should be more to do with Zelda. I remember playing Zelda back in the day, then beating Zelda and thinking, yeah, I want more of it, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's just funny because what gets a sequel or what doesn't, I think it all depends on what the developer's ambitions are. Like, if the developer wants to make something and they have more ideas, then go ahead and unload it. You know what I'm saying? But if a developer does not have more ideas, if they can't put something together, don't make a sequel just to make a sequel. Like, I think that's when things get kind of iffy, you know? Hey, what's up, Daniel? Welcome, man. How you doing today? This we've got Proud Nordics, Switch 2, Xenoblade X, Switch 2, Virtua Fighter, Beta, Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9. Imagine for those Wii U... the Wii U days, there's no comparison. Like, this is just awesome. It's really awesome. It really is. It's great. Is there a chance for Age of Calamity update? Man, like, I hope. I mean, there's a chance, yeah, now that Age of Imprisonment is done and pretty much all the content's done. I don't know if they're going to do any DLC or anything. I think that maybe they can get back to it and maybe do it, but they probably should have done it beforehand. Like, I don't know why they didn't, but I'm guessing that it would take significant work. There is a hard cap at 30 FPS on that game. So I'm guessing that if they were going to, like, it would actually take a lot of work, and would they charge for it? Would they not, you know? Like, I think they just figured it just might be better just to release the new game and play that. Or just play it backwards compatible where it's locked in. I mean, it plays a lot better on Switch 2. I mean, the image quality still isn't necessarily great, but it plays significantly better on Switch 2. It locks it at 30, so at least it's much more playable. So I'm guessing that's what they were thinking, because I think the opportunity to release that probably was last year, right? Casual Noob with the $3 dono. Let's go.
I came in late, so missed Xenoblade discussion.
Okay.
But I am confused. Wasn't the game data mined for 120 FPS?
No.
Why only 60 on Switch 2 edition?
It was
also,
not.
RPG85 has called you out. Will you answer the call?
No, I will not. No, I'm not gonna answer the call. And I am not. And no, it was never mined for 120 FPS. I do not know where you got that from. Every video that was made on that was clearly 60 FPS. My video was 60 FPS. Every video that was made was 60 FPS. Nobody ever said 120, so I don't know where you got that from. And just to let you guys know, it's not easy doing 120 FPS. I will have you know that 120 FPS can make games very unstable, or make things like you'd have to lower the resolution even more, like for the image clarity and quality, especially for like a port of a game. It's not easy to get that going. So don't expect 120 FPS, especially on massive open world RPGs. I don't think 120 FPS should be an expectation. That's probably not going to happen. You have big PlayStation 5 games that are not running at 120 FPS, that are big RPGs, but Xenoblade X is one of the most technically proficient Wii U games. It's Wii U, so Switch 2 is much stronger. Could it run it at that? But yeah, you'd probably have to drop the resolution down pretty low, and there might be some issues like with just like the animations and certain things, but running it that high. So plus there's no actual benefit to running Xenoblade at 120 FPS. The game doesn't require that fast of response timing. Like a shooter like Metroid Prime, that makes a bit more sense, or like a sports game or a fighting game, those would make a bit more sense. But a shooter or a open world RPG, you know, like Xenoblade, like where you pick commands, then it does the attack, or you auto attack, that doesn't really do anything. 120 FPS doesn't do anything. But yeah, don't expect 120 FPS for open world RPGs. It's just probably not going to be a thing. Yeah, shooters are 120 FPS are good for that. Maybe, like I said, fighting games, but a lot of fighting games run at 60 FPS. You know, they lock it at 60. So, do you think we could get Ring Fit Adventure 2? Ring Fit Adventure 2? It's possible. Yeah, racing games, 120 might be, you know, good for but even then, it's like it's a racing game. Like Need for Speed on the PS2 ran at 60 FPS, I think, and it was completely fine. So. I had no problem playing. I thought the data mine was just 60. The data mine was definitely 60. I'm not sure where I think Casual Noob was just mistaken, or maybe he got his wires crossed with like Metroid Prime. But there was never any rumors of 120 Xenoblade. So, especially as like an open world RPG, that's not the expectation. That's why I said sometimes sequel can feel forced. Yeah, sometimes sequels can feel forced. Devil May Cry 2. That was the most forced sequel ever. Like, they're like, hey, look, Devil May Cry 1 sold a bazillion copies. We need to get something out tomorrow. Monster Stories 3 on base PS5 has a 120 performance mode, but honestly, rare to see. Yeah, rare to see. I know, like, Ease 10 Nordics, Ease 10 Proud Nordics, that has 120 FPS. And also, I think, yeah, Proud Nordics has 120 FPS mode on Switch 2 as well. And so does Trails in the Sky. That has 120 FPS mode on PS5. But I don't think it's locked. I think it's unlocked. I think it's unlocked at 120 FPS. So it's not locked. So what do you think about Fever sales being low? Oh yeah, we have to talk about that. Yeah, Fever sales are definitely low in Japan, and I think the reason why Fever sales are low in Japan is because Dragon Quest came out right before it, so people are still playing Dragon Quest because that sold 120K in Japan, not including digital, and it was #1 on the eShop charts. So that game's probably at nearly 200K on the Switch 2 just alone. So yeah, people in Japan are playing Dragon Quest instead. When Mario Tennis Aces came out, because Mario sports games have never been big sellers in Japan. I think Mario Tennis Aces was the biggest release for a Mario sports game in Japan from what I can remember. But when Mario Tennis Aces came out, there was like no other big games around it. It came out in June of 2018, so there's not really anything else around it. But this time, you've got Resident Evil, you've got Pragmata, you've got Monster Hunter Stories 3, you've got Dragon Quest, you've just got way more games around Mario Tennis. So that takes away some of the money and all that from Mario Tennis. to other games. Whereas last time in Japan in 2018, pretty much Mario Tennis was the only big game that came out around then. There was nothing else. So yeah, I think that's what happened there. Since Fever did less than Ultra Smash, yeah, but I mean, digital sales, it probably did it because digital sales, no, I don't think it did less than it when it comes to like overall, because Wii U digital sales were terrible. Most people just bought games physical, but on Switch 2, people actually buy games digital. But yeah, so I doubt it actually did less than it overall, but physical, yes, but probably not less overall with digital included. But yeah, this time we have a lot of heavy hitters surrounding it. A lot of heavy hitters surrounding Mario Tennis. So it's just not as big of a priority. It's Mario Tennis. Like I said, it's not like a big AAA new Mario game, or it's not like a big AAA new RPG. It's just Mario Tennis. So yeah. Let's see here. I was expecting Trails to hit 120. That one surprised me. Or you wasn't expecting? Yeah. Well, Trails doesn't hit 120 on Switch 2. I mean, you mean on PS5? What's interesting is that the sales for Kiwami 3, it sold a lot pretty well on PS4. Did not think it would outsell Switch 2. I mean, I felt that it could, because Kiwami and the Yakuza games, I made my jokes about PlayStation fans talking about Yakuza. Yeah, that was a hardcore exclusive essentially for decades, for like a decade plus. No Yakuza games came over to any other platform but PlayStation for the most part. So yeah, there's still a lot of hardcore Yakuza fans that just only play on PlayStation, or that's where they buy the game at. So that doesn't surprise me at all either. There are no games, unfortunately. I know the games that Dragon Quest that sold over 100k plus on Switch 2 in Japan alone. No games. Resident Evil that's about to come out and sell probably 50 to 100k on Switch 2. No games, unfortunately. Trails in the Sky, 120 FPS on Switch 2. Is it 120? Oh, when they released that they got it up to 120 FPS, the performance mode? Oh, I thought it was just 60. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I didn't check. Man, RE9 Pocopia coming up. I'm also picking up. Yep, Pocopia's coming up. I think that's going to sell really well. That's going to do really well too. Happy for Xeno fans. Hopefully we can get Fire Emblem 4K 60 update. Fire Emblem. Which Fire Emblem game? You talking about Three Houses? Maybe. I don't know if they're going to want to do the work to get that at 4K 60. I mean, they could. We'll see. But I think they're just going to leave it. But like I said, we'll see. No games for people who only bought Switch 2 for exclusives. Even if you only bought Switch 2 for exclusives, there's still pretty much been a new another release every single month.
I trust you if you say data mine was 60. I think it's 120 because of the Mandela effect. Lol, I saw Xenoblade drop at 9 AM and bought it immediately since I picked up Xenoblade X digitally recently with vouchers with Tamagotchi Life. Yeah, that's all that you said. Yes. Thank you, Casual Noob, for another $3 dono. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. But no, there's pretty much been a new first-party release pretty much every single month since the Switch 2 dropped. I think they skipped a month or two last year, but there's pretty much been a new release or re-release or a remaster or a new game every single month since the Switch 2 dropped. I think June, Mario Kart, July, Donkey Kong. I think August and September. I mean, if you're not counting, I mean, there's been Dragon Drive, so I think that was August, or I forgot exactly what month that was. But yeah, I think there was like September. September there was like no game, but pretty much every single month has had something. I would like Mario and Luigi update. Oh yes, that needs an update, man. That needs an update. Mario and Luigi Brotherhood or Brothership or whatever it's called. Yeah, I put like, I think like 20 or 30 hours into that before I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for the update, because the loading times and the frame rate at times, it needed to be 60. It needs to be 60. So yeah, I agree. Like for the timing and all that. DJ Ojiman, we get Ride Owl Remaster. Yes, let's go. Ride Owl Remaster. I'm not concerned about Fever sales, to be honest. No, nobody really should be concerned. It's doing fine. It's #1 on the eShop. Well, I think it might still be #1 on the eShop. So it's going to do fine on the eShop in the West. People will buy it over time.
It's not a game that people rush out and buy day one. It's never been that way. Mario Tennis sold like okay over time. So yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. I know that OJ, I mean, there are no games that I love. Felipe, you don't like anything. You don't play anything. You don't like anything. All you like is just like Mario and Zelda, and like that's it. You don't like anything, and you refuse to show me your wrap up. So you don't play anything. You don't like anything. But show me your Nintendo wrap up from last year. Show me it. You refuse to actually tell people what you like. You don't want to show anybody anything that you play. You say, "Oh, I play this," and I say, "Show me proof you don't want to." I say, "Show me." You say, "Oh, I play this." I said, "Show me your save file." You say, "No." You duck and dodge everything. So my personal opinion is that you don't really play much. That you don't play games much, and that really you only play Mario and Zelda. Or that's you're a Mario Zelda. That's my opinion. Until proven otherwise, that's my opinion. So. My opinion is that you don't really play games much or like that much. You just like certain Nintendo games here and there. And maybe a Microsoft or Sony game here and there. So that's my opinion. Let's see here. Right Out Remaster. Yes, Right Out Remaster. Like I said, until proven otherwise. Until proven otherwise. So, Budget, do you think we'll get more remakes after Trails in the Sky? Kind of want to go through the whole series? Well, yeah, they already announced Trails in the Sky second chapter. So that's already been announced. So I'm pretty sure they'll do the third chapter as well. Is Nintendo wrapped up save on the Nintendo site? It is. You can look through all your years. Yeah, I also have the digital sales in general on the game. It's probably higher back in the Aces dropped. Yeah, I think it's higher. What's up, Superpower Man? Welcome. There are so many games to play. I don't understand how people can't find anything. Once again, there are some people who don't actually like video games, guys. They only like certain things. It's like me saying I love movies, and I'm like, there's no good movies when there's like a bazillion movies to watch, you know? Like, I don't really like movies that much, you know? I don't. So yeah, that's just kind of how it is. There's nothing wrong with only just like Mario and Zelda, but man, Felipe is missing a lot of gems. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. If you only like Mario and Zelda, then you complain and whine that there's no games. Yeah, there's something wrong. It's like, shut up and just wait for Mario and Zelda then. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like a lot of variety, you know, it's like me complaining about only liking the NFL. Like, I only like the NFL. There's nothing else. Well, that's my fault that I don't like soccer, that I don't like baseball, that I don't like soccer, or I already said soccer, that I don't like, you know, whatever else, curling or track and field. There's a bunch of sports that are played all year. You know, it's not, that's like, oh, there's no sports. No, there's sports. I just only like NFL. So if you only like NFL, or if you only like NBA, or if you only like soccer, and you're upset that whenever it goes out of season, that's your fault. That's a you problem. That's not an industry problem. That's a you problem. You know? And yeah, I pretty much only like NFL. I like NBA, but not as much as I like NFL. So do you hear me complaining? No. Even though, yeah, there are no other sports that I watch, like outside of NFL. But I don't complain about there not being any sports to watch. I just wait for my NFL. That's it. Like, I don't complain. I just wait for my NFL, and that's that. Felipe comes here and complains every single day that he doesn't get what he wants, you know? And it's just Mario and Zelda. That's all he likes. That's all he really plays. So if you're not willing to play other games, or you're not willing to try out other stuff, that's a you problem. That's not an industry problem. That's a you problem. I felt like you put me on blast. No, I'm just saying that's just how it is, guys. Like, you know? It's just how it is. I said the same thing about people who only play shooters. I remember, what was that weirdo, Dr. Disrespect? He was complaining about there's no games to play. Well, yeah, dude, all you play is freaking shooters and like a Souls game every now and then. And like the big AAA third party or big AAA game every now and then. But if all you're playing is shooters, if all you're playing is Call of Duty, and all you're playing is Battlefield, and all you're playing, it's like, yeah, there ain't much to play. That's because all you play is shooters. If you're just a ball and gun gamer, and all you play is ball and gun games, yeah, there's gonna be some droughts where there's no new ball and gun games for you to play. It's just how it is. Does Smash Ultimate feel like it isn't almost 10 years old? It doesn't feel like it's 10 years old, nah. This is why you gotta call out Felipe like that, because he comes here and says the same thing every single time. So until I see otherwise, he doesn't really play many games. See here, yeah, like complaining no games on Switch 2, that's wrong. I think it's categorically wrong. It is factually wrong because there's factually games coming out. Now, if you want to say that with the Wii U, there was factually games not coming out on the Wii U. There was factually months where there was literally no new games, like no actual new games. It was all not even ports or remasters. It was just all like there were months that it was just like virtual console releases. Like we had months with the Wii U, there was literally no new game releases, like no big game, like not like, oh, here's Dragon Quest, or oh, here's a remaster or port, oh, here's Final Fantasy, or here. It was like just no new, like nothing. Nothing actually came out. So going from that, I mean, even in the Switch 1 era, there was usually something, but the Switch 1 era had some sketchy parts, like where there was literally like no third party, no first party. Sometimes, most of the time it was good though. Switch 2, it's pretty much been like all gas, no brakes for the most part. You're getting big indie games, or you're getting big third party games pretty much every single month. Let's see here. Guardians of Azuma debuted at, I think, about 1.3K in Japan. I mean, yeah, you didn't expect that game to sell well in Japan, or that game to sell well on PS5. People already bought it on Switch. So yeah, I didn't expect that one to do that well. The best Wii U game was Meme Runner. Yeah, for the people that have it. It's crazy how many games, bro. It's wild. I don't even have time to play all the games. I envy Felipe. He actually must have time to, if he wanted to play a game, he actually has the time to play it since there's no games, you know. So I envy people. Actually, I don't envy people who are ball and gun gamers or Mario Zelda-ers. But hey, look, at least you have time to do other things, Felipe. At least you have time to go work out, go get a lift in. You know what I'm saying? Go start up a channel. Go grift. Go do whatever you need to do. Go. Like I said, I would be lifting weights. That's what I would be doing. If there was, you know, if there was no games to play at all, my whole free time, I'd just be lifting weights. I'd just be lifting weights and running. So I have to balance my free time with playing games and with like taking care of my boy and also exercising and all that stuff. So Nick93 with the dollar dono. He says, I don't know if it was Jim Ryan and Herman is fixing his mess, or they both incompetent. It's a bad look with them working on live service games that got canceled with a bunch of others, but Herman is greenlighting all the Horizon spin-off games. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen this from a lot of Sony fans. They say that they're done, like they've had enough of Herman Hole, so they've had enough. Like I think Bluepoint was like not the last straw, or like the, you know, but I think a lot of people are at their breaking point with what they're doing with the situation right now. Like a lot of people are at their breaking point with that, you know, because it's like Bluepoint was awesome. You bought them to make incredible remasters. Over the course of the PS3 and the PS4, they released like what, 7 remasters, and the PS5 like 7 or 8 remasters. They were all high quality, good remasters. And then now you make one game on PS5 with Demon Souls, and then you tell them to make a live service game, and then you shut them down. That's terrible. That is awful. That is awful, 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 awful situation, you know, that they're going through right now. So yeah, I think somebody told me that MBG, you know, was a big PlayStation guy, said that he's boycotting live service games. I saw PO was like, what's going on here? This is stupid, you know, like I saw all sorts of stuff with it. So yeah, it's definitely not good. I mean, I bought a lot of the remasters. Like I have the Uncharted one. I have Shadow of the Colossus. I think I have Demon Souls. So there's a lot of stuff that people aren't liking with what's going on right now. You know, like a lot of stuff that's not good. So I hope they get it fixed though, man. I hope they get it fixed. I hope. But this is a blow, man. This is a big blow for sure. This is a big blow. Play all types of games, but actually wear Mario and Zelda badge with pride. Yeah. Show me your Nintendo wrap up, Felipe. I want to see it. Go ahead and show me it. I want to see it for last year. Yes, I saw that Kirsten Bell is the cast as Amy for Sonic 4. And I'll be honest, I do not care about Kirsten Bell or Sonic 4. I do not care about those movies that much. I watched the first Sonic movie that people said that was hype and good. And I really question Sonic fans. I really question what they consider good or not. Like I saw them hyping that movie to the moon and back. I finally sat down to watch the Sonic 1 movie and the originals, the Sonic, and Sonic fans, I can't with these people anymore. I really can't with these people. I really can't. But anyway, yeah, I don't care about Sonic 4, but I will be watching the movies. I need to watch Sonic 2. There's a Sonic 3, right? They've already gotten up to that point. I'll watch them at some point, but they're not a priority. Everyone's hyping up Fidel, all people hype it up, seen it 10 times in the movie theaters. Bro, I saw that movie and it is not that good. But, you know, whatever. Okay, 2 and 3 are better. Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I know that one. Like Knuckles is in the other one, so yeah, I know that the second and third movies are better than the first movie. But I'm just saying that y'all were really hyping up that first movie like it was absolutely incredible. Like it was the greatest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh, this is the best movie adaptation ever. And I watched it and no. Also, Nintendo Wrap Up is trash. It only shows 3 games. No, it doesn't. It shows all the games that you played for the year. It tells you how many games you played for the year and the hours. Nope. That's you just trying to get out of it. Felipe, let's see it, man. Shout outs to Uncard with the dollar donut. Says, OJ, I hope you didn't just jumpstart Felipe's grifter arc with that pep talk. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did to a degree. Sonic fans pour milk before the cereal. Sonic 2 and 3 are better. I will say this, guys. I will say this. Sonic, from what I understand, from the clips that I've seen, Sonic 2 and 3 are definitely better than Sonic 1. So I will say that. How do you send me? Tweet me. Hit me up on Twitter. Send me a screenshot on Twitter. Felipe is an elfin plumber gamer. Yeah, it's an elfin plumber gamer. Yeah. Only Mario is Zelda. So your wrap up should look like this. It should tell you. Haven't told you I switched to since Metroid Prime 4. Bruh. Turn it on. Play some games. Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. What are you doing? What are you doing? Shout outs to Casual Noob with the $1 as well. Somewhere Fidel just screamed in pain. I know, seriously. Somewhere he just screamed in pain. How can he just gotta Google how can I find the wrap up? Just Google search it. It's there. Just Google search it. So when you go to your wrap up, it should look like this. You can get multiple different things from it. So it can tell you how many games that you've played, and it'll scroll through all the different games. It'll show more than 3. So that's a lie, Felipe. It'll scroll through and it'll show you, oh, you played Bonanza, you played Pokemon, you played Hyrule Warriors, you played Hades, you played N64 app, you played Mario Kart 8, you played all this stuff. And then it'll also show you how many total games that you played and your hours that you played. And it'll tell you by the month how much you played and the styles of games that you like to play. So it'll show you exactly everything. And it'll tell you, like, and then you can pick your favorite game, like what you felt was like your favorite game. And then I think this is what you said. It'll tell you your top games. Your top games will be like the top 3. But it'll show you more. But these are my top games for 2025. Bonanza, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Guardians of Azuma. So there's that. It's got to be Photoshop. It's Photoshop, bro. The problem is they removed the website. Oh, so you conveniently didn't save any of it. Is that what's going on, Felipe? You conveniently didn't screenshot didn't save, didn't do, you conveniently did not do any of that, of course. All right, well, we'll see about this year then. Is it worth playing Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch 2 when I have it on Wii U? Well, let me ask you a question. Is it worth playing a game in 4K resolution and 60 frames per second instead of 720p 30 frames per second with frame rate dips? So ask yourself that, Shadow of Nexus. Waiting for more games. My Switch 2 collecting dust. I think it's collecting dust because you don't like to play a lot of different games. That's probably the reason why. Because nobody's released more first-party games than Nintendo since June of last year. I mean, you're asking me right now, should I not play a game? I haven't played it since the Wii U. And that's in 30 frames per second at 720p. I'm guessing you don't like to try new things if I have to convince you about that. If you're not sure about that one. If you're not sure about that one, I'm guessing you don't play a lot. I'm guessing you don't play much. I think my boy's at my door. But not everybody plays everything though. So there's gonna be some people, you know, that say this is collecting dust, my PS5's collecting dust, my Switch 2's collecting dust, my this is collecting dust. I say, well, why don't you check out the Xenoblade game? Well, should I play it? I don't know. I had it on Wii U. It ran at 30 FPS and 30 FPS and 720p. Should I check out the 4K 60 update? It's like, yeah, you should check that out. Yes. Yes, I think you should check that out. Oh my goodness. Or another thing that you can do, Felipe, take a picture of your Switch 2, your profile. It should display your hours on the games. Send it to me on can you post it on Discord? Yeah, you can post it on Discord. I'll see, Felipe. Post it on Discord, then tag me. I don't think it saved mine either, but I have mine Age of Imprisonment. Oh, okay, so it's not saving it? That's crazy. I'm glad that I actually documented mine. Guess we'll have to wait till the end next year to see it again. What's the last first-party game that Nintendo released? Mario Tennis Fever. It came out last week. That came out February 12th, I think. Last Thursday? So yeah, last week. Or Xenoblade, if you want to count
Since
Xenoblade
Metroid
today.
Prime 4 can a Switch 2 collect dust in 2 months?
Since
Wow.
can I Switch 2 collect? I mean, it could collect dust in 2 months. I mean, December, January. I mean, it technically could. So you got to be a member to be in the Discord. So !member. Even if you're the lowest tier, you can get in. Yeah, exactly. I mean, technically speaking, the last time that Nintendo released a first-party game was today. Technically speaking, because they released the Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade X today. So that was the last Nintendo release, was today. Because they have the full Switch 2 edition, or you can buy the upgrade pack. So technically it is a Switch 2 release. So technically today, but they also released the last other release outside of Xenoblade, because that was a re-release, was Mario Tennis Fever. That was last week. Camelot, not first party Nintendo. Well, no, that Mario Tennis Fever is a first party game. Doesn't matter if Camelot developed it or not for them. It's still a first party game. It's a Nintendo IP, and Nintendo had some of their programmers and people help out on the game too. So. Yo, Captain, thank you for becoming a tune-in tier. Yeah, now that you became a tune-in tier, refresh your homepage, and then you should see perks, and then the Discord link should be in there. If you have any issues, let me know, and we can get a fresh one there. So still haven't got a Switch 2 first-party game. All not for me. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you don't like any of it, then you don't gotta buy it. Camelot is not a first-party studio, but you're kind of coping if they think they basically aren't one. The last game they made outside Nintendo console was 1998. Yeah. I mean, they're not. They don't. Nintendo doesn't own Camelot, but like, just because a game is made by an outside studio doesn't mean it's not a first party like game. Like if they own the IP, they can get whoever they want to work on the game. Like Super Smash Brothers, that's a first party game. A lot of that's made by Masahiro Sakurai and Bandai Namco. That's outside of Nintendo. Now Nintendo does have their producers and programmers and people helping, but the game is like bulk produced outside of Nintendo. That's still a first party game, you know. So I think it really comes down to, once again, IP usage and logistics. These are the things that kind of determine first party game. Is it your IP? Is it your logistics? If it's those two things, then it's a first party game. Do you think we'll get Earthworm Jim in Smash? No. Last I checked, Nintendo Store app can also check playtime activity. Felipe can download that. Yo, that's true. Yeah, Nintendo Store. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Just seen a tweet from someone who worked at Bluepoint replying to someone. He said right now it feels like he's been kicked in the gut. Sucks seeing stuff like that. Yeah, I would feel like it's a kick in the gut because it seems like it just came out of nowhere, you know, with this. But can you send me that tweet too? Can you send me that just so I can see that one? But let's see. Metroid Dread doesn't count because Mercury. Yeah, exactly. Metroid Dread, that's a first party game. You know, it's a first party game, but Mercury Steam developed it. But all right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I think we have had enough. I went over on time. I know I owed you guys a little bit of extra time, you know, when it comes to this. So I owed you guys some extra time. So I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it. Hit that like button if you have not already hit that like button. And remember, we've got brand new videos, 2 brand new videos that dropped today. We got Xenoblade and we got Chrono Trigger. So definitely support the RPG content, because YouTube says we're not going to support the RPG content. You know, a lot of people don't watch RPG content, but you guys can watch my RPG content. So I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to today's stream. We had a big stream today. Shout out to the Overclock boys. Let's go. Further than beyond. Combo Breaker boys and girls. 300 plus viewers. High to, like, we've been getting great viewership. So thank you guys so much. A lot of you guys have been watching. A lot of people stop by because they think the room looks nice. I've been getting a lot of compliments about that. I think that also helps with the people sticking around. So I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate you guys with the compliments on that. A lot of you guys emailing me, DMing me, telling me, yo, OJ, your streams have been really helpful towards me. Like the background is cozy. It makes me relax. So good stuff, man. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, like I said, hit the like button. Check out the links there. Go watch those videos if you can. Big love to everybody that dropped donos today. Seriously, Uncario, Felipe, Nick93, Cyber Taurus, Justin, Simeon Coin. Thank you guys so much, man. Casual Noob, Nick93, Psycho Pie, Mac Mega, Frankie, Elvin Ryan. Thank you guys so much. Ben's 310. You guys have been awesome. Buck 86. Thank you, man. James Forte, Justin once again. Thank you. Deported Sicilian, Dane Gonzalez, Cody Bishop. Thank you guys so much, man. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Big love to Dior re-upping, all the members, all the Elite Ninjas, all the people chatting. We're going to be back tomorrow for JoJo Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of different stuff to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about Chrono Trigger a little bit more. We get some more information on that. We'll have updates on all the latest news and content. All right. Love you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you